Yeah.
He
You
doesn't
did.
like the way your character has been going. So he killed him off.
Off screen.
He tripped on a rock and died.
Yeah.
Split his shell wide open.
Tito just kind of forgot that this rock was there.
What?
Okay, so yeah, so you can effectively just summon like
Why is the
a
baby all
basic weapon
sad?
of whatever type of weapon you want. But then if you find a magic weapon, you can
Goodbye, baby.
use a ritual to summon it at will.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. If you get a packed weapon in your empty hand, you can choose that form. Has to be a melee weapon, though. Okay. And you have to be proficient with it while you wield it. So there's a little bit of a limitation to it.
Well, yeah, but I have that invocation that lets me pretty much pick anything.
Oh, you can use any weapon. Oh, okay. Well, The weapon gets a +1 to bonus to its attack and damage rolls, unless it's a magic weapon that already has a bonus for those rolls. Finally, the weapon. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nifty. So you really can summon anything. All right, cool.
So do you want me to make
I'm gonna
my
wail.
own items for things that I want to summon, or what's like the easiest way for us for rolls?
You can do that if you want to, but I mean the thing is, it's just gonna be, from what I can see, it just looks like, let's say you choose to make a light crossbow, it's just gonna be the light crossbow damage +1. You know, so whatever's easiest for you. If you want to make like items for the weapons that you'll use, just so you have like a macro or an easier thing to click on, that's totally fine. But we can
But
also
you have acknowledged that we are converting systems. I don't know the time frame of that. So I wouldn't put in a crazy amount of time.
Yeah, we just got moved into the house, so I'm looking to spend some time getting Foundry going. It would be great to play the next time we play D&D, have it going, but I think realistically it'll probably be a couple weeks before I have it ready to go.
Can you make auto roll like roll tables in Roll20? I'm imagining you can.
To like automatically roll dice for you and stuff.
Or like basically like a table that you can just automatically roll on, like of random events and stuff like that. Or like
Oh,
basically
I think
just
so.
a roll. Yeah, because I was looking through the Foundry features and I saw that that was a thing, but I imagine that Roll20 already had that.
Yeah, Foundry just seems a little bit smoother for most of it once you get it all down pat. Roll20 is kind of clunky and it's a little backwards how you have to do things sometimes.
And you have to pay for the cool Fog of War stuff.
Yeah, that's true. You have to pay for like everything. Okay, any other questions before someone gets us the recap from last time?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, wait, when you level up, your health goes back to max?
No.
Oh.
You have to rest.
How do we add the multi-class stuff?
Well, to multi-class, you have to actively seek out multi-classing within the world. Yeah, I don't just allow multi-classing just on level.
You stingy bitch.
Oh, yeah, you don't just get to be, I'm a barbarian warlock now.
I mean, it'd be cool.
You could do it. I don't prevent multi-classing, but you're gonna have to like spend time within the world or within like I'll even let you sit on a level if you want to, you know, or like potentially change it retroactively. Like
I
if you
just
start actively seeking something else out.
I thought you said we all could choose a multi-class last time. That's the only reason I asked.
No. Subclass is what you guys were picking at level 3.
And we don't heal. I think some of us actually healed the full.
Yeah, you don't heal to full. All you do is when you roll that extra HP that you gain on level, you immediately get that. So like let's say you rolled 8 for your max HP to increase by when you level, you would get that 8 HP. It doesn't just increase your maximum and not give you the HP.
Yep, that's what I thought. I mean, I was at full HP anyway.
Some people just might have.
I believe I was at 12 and then I gained 8. I think I was at 12.
I mean, I know you rolled for HP last time.
I did. I'm at 24 HP max. I know I rolled for HP. I'm just trying to think of.
I know you took what, 1 hit by that one guy?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was a pretty beefy hit too.
Well, it'll be on here when we go to the page. It should. No.
Let's see.
Okay, not his attacks.
Tito's at 11 HP. Korg is at 11 HP. Guy's at 20 HP. and Zark is at 12 HP.
But I think that 12
okay.
HP syncs to. Let me try changing it in D&D Beyond. I think it syncs to my D&D Beyond, which is set to 12. Did it go to 1?
Yes, it just went to 1.
Yeah. How do I set? Oh, dang it. It's fine. I'll be at 12 HP. I don't care. We can do short rests, and I can use hit die.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. If I don't die before then.
Okay. Any more questions? Has everyone done all their level up stuff? Yes.
I
We're all
have.
good on- we're all
I
good
think
on
everyone
that?
except for David.
I was looking at multi-classes instead of subclasses.
Just pick one. Pick the first one. Gardener, I think, is the best subclass for the barbarian.
Yeah.
This is an okay amount of barbarian subclasses, I think.
Barbarian Earth Tender.
There's what we got. Ancestral Guardian, Battle Rager, Beast, Berserker, Storm Herald, Totem Warrior, Wild Magic, and Zealot.
I think Ancestral Warrior because of nature. Doesn't make any sense though.
Well, Ancestral Guardian is like you have like a link to the your previous relatives, and they like you summon an astral spirit of them that like protects you during battle.
That's pretty lame.
Yeah, that
Battle
sounds
Rager,
totally
I think you have to be a
weird.
dwarf because you wear like this massive suit of armor that's spiked everywhere. Yeah, it is. And you just like use your body as a weapon and just throw yourself at people. I don't know what Beast is. Do you want us to wait, or are we good for someone to give us the recap while David does his subclass?
I think it's good for that.
Okay, who wants to give us a recap of what happened last time then?
Hedrick killed Scruffy. Darian stabbed the meteor with a sword. After that happened, whenever magic was used near it, a bunch of weird green stuff poured out. Eventually, he stabbed the moon and like broke it, and then a bunch of shadow guys appeared. I got hit. Pretty much everyone died except for Darian, who teleported away. And a big froggy guy appeared. A guy who introduced himself as Maximilian of the Iron Blood. He appeared to own the Froghemoth, and the Froghemoth liked to eat shadows. Or the Shades, whatever they were called. I don't even know what they were.
Really puts it into perspective sometimes how long it takes to do anything.
Oh, you spit up, little girl. Give me 1 second. Let me clean up the spit up.
Okay, does anybody have anything they'd like to add?
Nope. I know
Seems
that I
legit.
wanted to search the bodies of. I knew the ranger had something magical on him from before, so I want to try to find whatever that was. That's all, but I'd imagine we have to talk first.
Yeah, we're not in game quite yet, so. Just give me Garrett a second. Okay, and no meta or story questions at all before we jump into things? Y'all, easy peasy?
Yeah, works for me.
All right. I guess we'll give Garrett a second since we're right at the start of the session. I'm not trying to have him MIA at the beginning. Maybe he'll want to say something or do something stupid, and we got to give him the opportunity to do or say those things.
I'm so confused by this subclass shit.
What's up? What's wrong?
I just don't understand what it actually does.
So you get to pick one of them, and then you're gonna get all of those benefits at those listed levels, depending upon which one you pick. So you're only really gonna get something immediately at level 3, and then I think you usually get things at like level 6, 9, and usually another level, sometimes like 14 or something. Or are you confused about what the ability of one of the subclasses does?
I'm confused. What abilities I get? Like, this thing says Totem Spirit, and it has like 4 different things listed.
Okay, yeah. So you're looking at the Path of the Totem Warrior.
Yeah.
So I thought this was the one that you would like to pick because it's like the most connected with nature, which is kind of on theme with Tito, but absolutely feel free to pick whatever you like. So at third level, when you choose this path, you get to adopt a totem spirit. That's like the feature. That's the big feature of this subclass. Um, you must make or acquire a physical totem object or ornament that resembles the spirit of the animal that you're picking, and that's for like flair and flavor, for sake of role playing within the game. Um, and it kind of helps you give you your character a connection, a spiritual connection to your spirit animal. So in terms of the more so actual meta meaning of what happens is now between bear, eagle, elk, tiger, and wolf, you get to pick one of these 5 animals to be your spirit animal. Now, if you wanted to be like your spirit animal would be a fucking dolphin, like that's fine, and you can just pick whichever one of these you want. I'm not too worried about it if there's like a different animal you feel embodies Tito more. But the general idea is that you just get to pick one of these 5, and then whenever you're raging, you also have this benefit of whichever one of these 5 that you pick. The cool thing about the totem barbarians at level 6 and then level 14, you get to pick an animal again, so you get another one that gives you a different benefit. But some of the best ones are at the immediate third level. So you just get to pick one of these right now.
Well, when I'm looking at it, just says barrier, an unstoppable pile of damage, but it doesn't say what it actually does.
Interesting. What website are you looking at?
You're on RPG Bot, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the wiki.
This is what I'm on.
Yeah, go to the wiki below it. dnd5e.wiki. And that'll show you that's
Bear resistance to damage.
Oh, bear is absolutely bonkers.
and then if you go to
Well, like what
Barbarian.
resistance? Like, am I getting extra AC or?
No, so resistance in
halves
D&D,
damage, yeah.
yes, just like Zach said, it halves damage. So as Tito, whenever you're raging, you would take half damage from every source except for psychic damage. if
Okay,
you
I'm
were
bear spirit.
put under- Oh god. I mean, the other ones are cool too, you know, man. You could read those a little bit.
Oh wait,
I mean,
hold on.
I think as a turtle, I mean, wouldn't that be
It
like
makes a lot of sense.
Hold on,
That's why-
eagle is actually kind of OP since I'm a turtle. While you're
creatures that
raging and aren't wearing heavy armor, other creatures have disadvantage. Oh, on opportunity.
Yeah.
So that
opportunity.
sucks.
Let's use the dash as a bonus action though on your turn.
So that's if you want to move around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna slowly walk up and intimidate him with every step. So yeah, we're going bear then.
The fun begins. Okay, cool. How much HP does he have? His max HP is almost 40, and he has resistance to all damage types. We're level 3. All right.
Welcome. This is Tito's world.
Yeah, bear's a lot of fun, and you could theoretically make like one of your bear totems that you have be like a bear tooth of, you know.
Scrappy or scruffy.
Yeah, you could do that.
Awkward.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, so at third level you get 3 rages. You get an extra rage.
Oh
So-
yeah, I think that sounds right as well. Make sure everyone knows all the other things you may or may not get at third level.
Yeah,
I get
because
an extra D6 for my sneak attack.
Yep, that's
yeah,
big
so
for
you get something for your main class and your subclass.
Yep.
I
Zach,
got-
you probably get a second level spell slot at this point, I think.
I got extra spells that are always
Yeah.
prepared. So for the Artificer. So
The big thing is spellcasters get a second level spell if you're a full caster. That's right, warlocks are so cool. Make sure you remember this, Zach. I don't know if you know exactly how this works. So now since you're third level, you only have the 2 spell slots, but they're just second level spell slots flat. So even if you're casting a first level spell, it'll always be brought up to whatever your current level your slots are as a warlock.
Yep.
Which is a little fucky compared to others, but I just wanted to touch on that. Okay, we're all here, good to go.
I'm not sure if when I click it, it does that automatically, or if I have to pick. Actually, let's find out.
We'll make sure it's up to what the proper level It's not.
Yeah, nice. It lets me pick.
Okay,
It's
cool.
dope. It knows me.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump back into things. With Korg summoning a minor illusion.
Just
No.
checking.
With Betsy the Froghemoth having just descended upon the
Oh,
catacombs.
Betsy's the name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or Bessie, excuse me, not Betsy.
Bessie.
With Bessie the Froghemoth descending upon the scene of the graveyard casualties going on with all of these different banshee-like spirits attacking everyone. A tall, slender man dressed in rather fancy clothing saunters up to all of you and declares himself Maximilian of the Iron Blood. What would you all like to do?
Wait, who's he? Because we were kind of all spread out at this point. Who is he sauntering up to? Because I was in the trees, hidden, trying to like catch up to Scruffy? Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Scraffy. Scraffy. Scruffy died. I was trying to catch up to
Guy and
Scraffy.
I are the closest.
Yes, and also you get the appearance arc that he didn't see you, and also Guy, Korg, and Tito are all three over here.
I
in
can't.
this
You're on the.
vicinity.
We don't
you're
see anything.
Oh,
showing
that's
the
true.
screen
I always forget that. That's my fault. Here you go.
Ah, yes, now we know.
So
Oh,
all three of them were over here. So there's really
Am
only
I-
one place for him to
Am
go.
I able, before they start talking, am I able to corral Scraffy?
What are we trying? Oh, we're doing a grapple check. That's right. Make an athletics check for me.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. You have minus strength from the combat.
oh, really?
Oh, pretty good though.
I'm
The
proficient
cub will
in it.
choose to make an athletics check. Natural 1. So yes, you are able to subdue the cub. That's really loud.
Holy shit.
That blue,
Interesting.
dude.
That's really fucking loud. Okay. Yeah, you're able to subdue Scraffy, Zark. It's tough for you, and you're definitely struggling to pull him back towards the group, but you're able to do it.
Can I try to attempt to calm him as I restrain
Sure.
him?
Make an animal handling check for me.
All right. So as I calm him, a natural motherly instinct of a mama bear, I feel the presence in my head, and
What?
it makes me extra good.
It's
At
probably because you
animal
still have the
handling.
blood on your hands of it, so.
Is it proficiency? Is that what it is? Not
Yeah, I
advantage?
have a
Okay.
proficiency. Yeah.
Okay.
I damage. What?
All right, and with some motherly instincts taking over you, Zarek, you're able to comfort the cub who has now, in the course of a couple of days, lost his entire family. But some
gained
way
a
or
new
ano-
one.
But
His
gained a new
stepfather.
one. Sure,
We don't
correct.
know they were his family.
Yeah, maybe he was adopted.
The bear knows.
Okay, then I also want to go grab one of those teeth while we're here.
What?
We'll make a point to do that before you guys make your way back to the village, I'm
He
assuming.
said, bear teeth. Need them now.
Off
Or you
the
can
dead
take
one.
one from the
not the
cup
live.
if you want. That's fine too.
No, I meant off the dead one.
How dare you desecrate his body?
Now he can live on with his brother.
I mean, it does make sense lore-wise. But you'd still have to rip out a tooth from a dead.
Since you've just desecrated
face.
your totem's body, he now inflicts 1 point of psychic damage every turn on you.
No.
While raging.
Scruffy, no.
Oh man.
All right, I'm done with the bear.
Okay.
I'm still hit. I still want to hang out and like not caress the bear. That sounds weird.
Yeah, that's what you're doing, though. We all know.
It sounds weird, but that's what's happening.
Sounds weird, but it's totally natural.
Pet? Maybe is the word you're looking for?
I was looking for a more descriptive word.
Stroke?
Dude.
JR has
Soothe.
inspired me to use fancier words.
Gently feather the soft down of the young bear's pelt.
Yeah, I like it.
Very inspiring.
I do what Zach said.
Okay, good to know.
I guess this is why it takes so long. We spend 5 minutes trying to figure out what you're actually doing to this bear.
Oh god, one-off comments and random things just spiral out of control.
Spent more time on these bears than anything else, really.
Fucking telling me.
So who's gonna talk to Maximilian?
He hasn't said anything. Alright, we're going into that now.
Yeah, he did. He walked up and he introduced himself as Maximilian of the Iron Blood.
I am Tito of the Green Shell. Tito of Green Shell, what the hell is big scary thing?
I assume you're talking about Bessie. She's not that frightful, I don't think.
While this is going on, I'm looting this guy. Trying to find whatever magical thing there was.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, guy.
I know it's here somewhere. Investigation. Oh wait, so it's
We'll go
15.
for 15. Yeah,
15.
we will.
Gray.
We'll get back to you in a because the 15's the lower of the two. We'll get back to you in a second because it's going to take you a few moments to kind of search through his corpse at this point. Well, hello, Tito of the Green Shell. I'm assuming you're not the one who sent off a distress signal, are you?
No. I have no idea what's happening. What are these scary things? What was the things that your thing was eating? In all of my years, in all of nature, I've never seen this.
I love how now he has so much better, like, his grammar is just improved.
Well, look, it takes forever to talk as Tito.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
That was me. I said for help.
I see that now, young one. You do match the appearance more so of what I was expecting than a large green turtle. Though I must say, Tito of the Green Shell, I find it hard to believe that someone like you would ever be in much of distress.
I'm in pain.
A moment, young one. I don't want to be rude to our friend here. Well, Tito of the Green Shell, I'm not certain as to exactly what those were that you were fighting, but that man you encountered, I'm not certain what he told you his name is. But his true name is Zarkon, and he's a necromancer. I'm assuming he was trying to bring back some sort of army for himself, harnessing the power of that over there. And he points over top of Guy, who's currently rummaging through the bodies of one of the rangers towards the meteorite. And it seems that it backfired.
What was his name?
Zarkon.
Zarkon?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, where did you come from?
Oh, I stay about. I don't want to reveal too much about myself and my organization, but I'm stationed here. I keep an eye out for things, and your friend behind you. And he motions towards Gorg.
How can I trust you're not trying to fucking raise your own army? I don't trust anyone anymore.
I think if he meant you any harm, Tito, Bessie might have eaten you.
Oh, that's a good point.
I also don't think he would, as I'm rummaging through this guy's dead body, I would say also I think eating the army that he's trying to raise wouldn't be a good plan.
That army was not going to do anyone any good. You want a mindless one, not a vengeful spirit.
Wow.
See?
And I will be honest with you entirely, Tito. One of my major goals is to have my own army and use it for my own needs, though I assure you it has nothing to do with your Green Shell people, I'd imagine.
Well, whatever the case is, I appreciate your help. We were goners for sure.
I was happy to help. You seem to be associates of one of my own. Therefore, a friend of my friend is a friend of mine.
An associate of yours?
Of course. Everyone has associates, and everyone's met someone before their point in time now. I'm assuming the same about you, friend.
No, he said that we're we're friends with an associate of his?
Yes, that is what he said.
Okay. Who's this associate?
Hello, it's me,
Oh, okay.
the man who shot lightning into the sky as a signal.
Oh.
I forget how draconian some of the young ones may be. A moment, please. And you watch as he kind of loosens his collar a little bit on his shirt. He starts to unbuckle his belt a bit and kind of throws his nice fur coat he has off over to the side of one of these trees. And his muscles begin to bulge out. His back begins to kind of arch out and then stretch upwards and kind of loom over top, and spikes begin to poke out of the back of his shirt. His entire body begins to cover with this dark brown fur, and his eyes turn to this blood red beet glow. How's this instead?
Jesus! Or more than Mother Nature!
100 by 100 foot wall said scary.
I don't know why those go into like player profiles, but they're handy to have when people start casting spells that need
100 by 10-foot wall. Scary. Whatever that 10-foot wall is pretty scared.
And as quickly as Maximilian changed into a more wolf-like form, he quickly shrinks back down to the familiar form of a tall, lanky, pale white man.
It wasn't the same as that demon thing that dropped off that plant, correct?
No, it was very, very similar to Korg, just different colored fur and eye color, but very, very similar in many regards.
Korg, you said this is a friend of yours?
An associate, yes.
Thought I'd be the biggest associate you had.
I mean, you were still the biggest, Tito. He just might have been the tallest.
Well, I'm getting some bigger shoes.
Gonna start powerlifting.
But yeah, I kind of back away towards Korg after he did that.
I apologize. I meant no harm. I just simply wish to show my resemblance towards one of your own. I as well am a lichen. Just a bit more years under my belt than your friend Korg, is it? A pleasure to meet you.
So do I know that... So... They're the same race, essentially?
Yes.
But that guy can turn into more of a human-looking guy. Then
That's what it appears, yeah.
I asked Korg if he can turn into a human like that.
Can I cast minor illusion?
Yeah, you sure can.
And turn myself into a person?
Korg, it almost looks like you turned yourself into a shitty watercolored version of what Korg would be like with significantly less fur and more human-like.
So I take
It's
that as a
passable.
It's about all I can do, guy.
Gotcha.
It's alright, young one. It takes time to master different skills.
Well, I guess the next question is, do you know where our hobgoblin went?
That I'm not certain of. And I'm also
knows.
uncertain of how deep her connection runs with Zarkon. Or Zarkon. Excuse me. So perhaps be on the lookout for her if she does pop up once more.
Oh yeah, that is true. They were on the same team.
But he may have been playing her just the same.
Well,
Didn't your other associates have her?
I just guessed. I didn't know if they took her or not. So,
Not everyone around works for me.
Well, I was asking Korg that.
I didn't see them personally. Our nemesis, Zarkon, told me who took the goblin, and I just assumed.
Perhaps they never made it to her then.
But you know what they say about assuming.
I'll send some of my men to go looking for them.
Am I done rummaging through this guy's body yet?
Yeah, a few minutes within the conversation has gone by. You find a handful of silver and a couple of copper, and you find this brown stone that has an etching on one side of it that appears to be a face whispering into an open ear.
We like that.
Oh, probably a sending stone. A ritual cast. I'll start ritual casting identify.
Okay, that takes 10 minutes, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
As they're talking.
Easy enough.
Did the elders get back to you about the shard?
Not yet. But the elders don't have the shard. I've not given it to them. I wanted to come take a look at everything myself before I passed it up the chain of command, so to speak.
What have you learned, if anything, about it?
I have learned some, but do not wish to speak of such things out in the open. Tito of the Green Shell, do you mind if I borrow the young one for a few minutes and we have a conversation?
Yeah, I barely know him.
Excellent. Young one, would you mind accompanying me for a few moments? There's much we have to speak on.
Come over here and
Tito?
I say to the guy, maybe he'll talk to someone at least.
Yeah, he's not very vocal. Actually, I don't say anything because I'm ritual casting, so I'm kind of like zenned out.
Why aren't you talking?
You just side-eye him.
Yeah, just like busy.
Oh no, what's happened to you, guy?
Raises his right hand in front of him, and he utters a few words under his breath. And this large white door appears right in front of him. His hand slowly falls to his side. He takes a few steps forward, and the door opens. Korg, you're hit with a wave of smells as the door opens. Smells like there's a burning log fire inside. There's the scent of fresh drink and food lingering into the graveyard around you. And Maximilian disappears through the doorway.
Lucky guy, smells like dead bodies out here.
Well, I guess I follow him into the door.
Alright. Successfully split the party. Step 1 complete.
Oh no.
So, what is Bessie doing at this point? Just chilling.
Just big chillin'.
Okay. Once I'm done with my ritual cast, just let me know.
Digesting the spirit.
But go ahead, continue.
So, Korg, you're led into this massive mansion entryway. There's a huge spiral staircase on two sides that swirls upwards and leading towards dozens upon dozens of rooms that each of these hallways veer off into. There's all these little spirits that remind you of like a Casper the Friendly Ghost, but with Maximilian's face, zooming around this mansion with various tasks, some of them carrying books or meals or cleaning, all of them set upon their own personal task. But it appears that the two of you are the only natural living creatures, so to speak. Come this way, young one. We'll have a chat in my library, and a few drinks if you're interested. He begins to walk off towards the west portion of this large mansion that you've just miraculously appeared in front of you since you stepped through this doorway.
I'm gonna stand still for like 3 seconds and look around,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do like I'm gonna like follow him, but like walk in a 360-degree spin real quick, and then keep going. Because I'm
Okay.
in bewilderment. I'm very impressed.
It's incredibly lavish. There's all sorts of fancy tapestries, fancy stone statues and carvings and paintings all adorn the wall. No expense seems to be spared at all from the inside perspective of this mansion. After a few moments, you make your way into this large library with a sprawling table, globes, and statues stand in front of these massive bookshelves that lead all the way to the top of the ceiling. There's a second floor that is kind of, not really a floor, but it's more so led to by this large hallway that kind of aligns the whole outside of the room on the top. And there's an enormous aquarium that's on the opposite side of where the entrance doors where you guys entered into, and there's all sorts of monstrous fey and devilish fish and aquatic-like creatures that swim and reside within this aquarium at the edge of this library. Music boxes adorn the wall everywhere, of all shapes and sizes that come from all different and various corners of the world. Maximilian, go ahead.
Do I recognize any of these statues?
Go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
Ooh.
So there's one of them you recognize without fail. One of them is, of course, Seltaka.
Mm-hmm.
And let me pull up this note real quick on World Anvil for my whatever the fuck the phrase, my oh my gods and shit. Let me find that real quick. Pantheon was the word I was looking for. And there's also a statue of Oldar, who's the god of law. And there is a statue of Yoshimura, who is the goddess of honor. And you also know that Yoshimura was the goddess that was very highly worshipped within the Gleaming Tundra previously, before the gods had their fall after the Reckoning.
Nifty.
Maximilian saunters into the room, and he makes his way over towards one of the globes. You can see that about half of it is filled, and you recognize most of it to be the known world of Agadale, the Metallic Dominion, the Chromatic Kingdom, and the Free Cities. He spins the globe, and you can see the whole back half of it is blank. He lifts up the top half, revealing a few various drinks that he has hidden inside. He looks over towards you. Care for a drink?
Please.
He quickly gets out 2 cups and he begins to pour this dark, very brackish looking liquid. And he hands you a cup, and your nostrils are just aflame immediately as the cup is in your vicinity. This thing is 70-80% alcohol easily.
Ooh.
Maximilian motions towards one of the various ghosts that are kind of floating about in the estate currently for one of them to pull up a chair for you. And he sits in this large reading chair and kind of crosses one leg over the other. And he raises a hand and he slowly motions towards one of the music boxes off of the shelf, and it slowly floats down to his hand. Please, young one, make yourself at home.
Never really had one before.
I can only imagine. I know many of us have a tough life. He begins to crank the music box that he's holding in his hand.
Well, that's creepy as fuck.
So, young one, what is it that you truly desire? Why are you here, in the gleaming tundras of all places?
I want to kill the dragons.
All of them? Or just some in particular?
All of them.
I like that. I like that quite a lot, actually. Tell me, you've not been through your ritual yet, have you?
No.
The elders have not approved you?
No.
Do you have a desire?
I may have shamed myself in front of Zeltaka.
I have heard of that. I'm not certain what to make of it. There's a great many people who believe a great many different things.
Well, it happened. I am ashamed. But it has renewed my thirst for vengeance.
I like the vengeful spirit. That is something we can work with.
What must I do?
Well, small picture and big picture are two different things. Right now, we need to get your honor back first and foremost. We need to get you in front of the elders as soon as possible. But that will take time, I fear. So you say you come here to kill dragons? What would you
Yes,
say if I told you that that was the same reason I was here?
I would be pleased to have a comrade in arms. Why do you wish to kill the dragons?
Well, young one, I'm assuming you know what our ritual entails to become Iron Blood, an Iron Hero.
Yes.
What better blood to drink than that of an empress of a kingdom?
There isn't.
I would certainly think not. This kingdom is in disarray. A young ruler thrusted before she was ready. You know the story? Her uncle perished, who was the rightful emperor, and her father became emperor after him because he had no children. Now she's empress. Didn't have much time to prepare. She clings to an old way that many of her countrymen hate. Things are not going well, I'm sure you can imagine based off what you saw within the village.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a good enough place to start, does it not?
I agree.
Motions with his hand once more as he kind of replaces the music box onto one of the shelves, and another one begins to come into his hand and replace the other. Begins to wind it up once more. Excuse me.
Oh, how do we do it? What's the plan? 'Cause I
That's going
want
to
in.
take. It's great to hear. How much Devo ways do you know, young one?
Only what I've read,
And what is
which
that?
is not much. Let me go back to the notes.
Okay. If it's easier for me to talk about it, we could go that route as well.
Okay, here we are. Okay. The order is not what it once was, I sense.
It is certainly not.
And I feel fear that we have no common goals and that everyone has their own desire to lead.
That is also true.
Which I think weakens our strengths.
All an accurate ascertainment of our current situation. There's not many of us left, and those who are divided. We need one strong central act that will bring us all under one leadership.
Killing a dragon, perhaps.
Precisely. And young one, I will be forthright with you. I want to be that Lycan. And I want you to help me get there.
Very well.
So Taka used to speak of a hero who would rise from a fallen star. There's a great many ways to interpret that. Let's see if mine is right. Borg, I want to be your mentor, and I want to help you get to the trial of the Elders and drink the blood of a dragon and become an Iron Hero. And together, we can lead this clan back to the power that it once had.
I like that.
So then, you accept?
Yes, I accept.
Give me your hand, young one.
I'll extend my left paw. Hand paw. I gotta plug my headset in 1 second.
Okay. Are you back?
Nope.
Nope, definitely not.
What? Hello?
Okay, you here? Hello?
Yes, return.
Okay.
Extend my left hand paw.
You watch as he lifts his right hand and a massive nail begins to extend from his index finger. A thick, obsidian-colored nail, like that of a lichen, begins to engrave in the palm of your hand a scar that you will bear for the rest of your days. Rest of his family. It takes him a moment or so to complete it, and once it's done, it's a sideways view of a wolf's jaw. There. Now those of you who you will come in contact with will know who you serve. And they will know if they make an enemy of you, they've made an enemy of me, and vice versa.
Do we have any bad blood with the others? Very true.
Everyone has bad blood with the Elders right now. They're constantly afraid that someone else is coming for their throat, wanting to steal their seat, and they're not wrong. I'm not certain how they'll react to me wanting to I don't even want one of their seats. I want to ascend past it. And I'm not certain how they'll react to that. So perhaps for the time being, we play the role as helpful benefactors wishing to return our clan to former glory. Which is true. That is our desire.
Yes, it is.
But for now, we need to learn more about the land that we're trying to take over. I've only been here a couple of months myself, and I've not been able to quite infiltrate within this kingdom. What do you know of the Black Hand?
Hmm. I wager it's run by Uso Glisk, a local wealthy dignitary. However, we're not certain. They keep to the shadows. Their communications are often done with obsidian notes of sort. We killed one of their members. His corpse lays among the cemetery, although he has not been part of the group for a long time.
Interesting. I'll have Bessie bring him in, see what I can learn from his spirit. You've done well, young one. You found out a great deal of information that my small network has not been able to figure out that much in the same time.
Do my best.
For now, I think our first dilemma is the Black Hand that resides within this kingdom.
I think we can use them instead of eradicating them.
Interesting.
Want to find out what their goals are. Once we know their ideals, we can shape their course to suit ours.
Very good. Well, for now, I leave this task in your hands and the hands of your comrades. Deal with them how you see fit. If you need assistance, we will be in contact. For now, I have to gather my strength here. Get some more allies in the area and some more resources here, and we can truly begin to start our war.
Much do you wish to reveal to my compatriots? For they know nothing of my past or my feelings.
How much you wish to tell them of our people is your choice. We're never going to return to a former glory if people don't know what a lichen is when we speak our name. However, as to our relationship, I am your mentor, and you are my pupil. There's no use in hiding that. However, our goals may not align with theirs. However, if you feel that they are, and they could be valuable allies to us, divulge what you wish. I put faith in those that I work with. And that includes you, young one.
We will not waste it.
I know you will not.
I'm
Well,
gonna
now...
fucking chug that glass of alcohol. Just
God. Okay.
straight to the gullet.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me. It burns like a motherfucker, but you're able to keep it down. A toast, then. But you beat me to it. Enjoy your night, young one. We will speak again soon. Fills me with great joy that this conversation went so smoothly. I thought perhaps I would need to do more convincing.
I have learned to be more trusting these days. And those who betray that trust usually don't do so again.
Those are good words to live by. And can certainly go both ways. You may go now, young one. I'm sure you have business to attend to.
I do. Do I know, like the crest? Like, does the crest have a name or something? Like, or like, it's just to him as a person, or to his
Yes.
blood?
Hold on. Let me look up my notes in Agrodale real quick. It's his family's crest. I should have had this pulled up already. This is. I should have remembered this. His name is Maximilian Haifang, and his family name is the Haifangs.
All right. I'm gonna walk back out, look around the mansion as I leave again, because that shit's still dope. And then head back through the white door. I assume it's still there.
Yeah. The white door that you actually entered in through kind of turns into this massive oaken double door on the other side from once you're inside of the mansion. But once you open it, you kind of reveal the smaller doorway out into the open field of the graveyard that you were once standing in before.
Hey guys, back.
Okay, and so that was probably what, like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes in game time as well. So the three of you guys, Tito, Zarek, and Guy would have had that much time to do whatever you guys wanted to do as well, while Korg was gone. If there was anything you guys wanted to do.
I want to be
Sorry, I was muted.
essentially like collapsed against this tree.
Okay, just exhausted.
Exhaustion, yeah.
Okay.
I assume that I'm done ritual casting.
Yeah, what were you casting in? I'm so sorry.
Identify.
Identify. You were correct. It is indeed one half of Ascending Stone.
Okay. And
Half of
also,
it.
as a
I mean, like they're a pair, so he has one part of the pair. Excuse me.
Ooh.
so this right here, so the telepathy, that's without expending any components.
You know the message cantrip. You can cast a spell without actually. Okay. Yep.
The verbal, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it is more like telepathy. So I wouldn't have to like point my finger,
Correct. Yeah.
whisper, and like do all the. I just figured that out.
That's the idea, to make it more like telepathy by removing the components.
So I try to telepathically, I guess while they're in there talking, I would try to telepathically communicate with Bessie, see if it's at least somewhat coherent, or
Okay, make an animal handling check for me.
just to see, like, asking if it can understand me, if it has any sentience. 19.
As you do this, Bessie kind of perks up when she looks like she was nodding off a little bit. She begins to take a few massive steps over closer towards you. The ground shakes as she moves. And she looks over in your direction. She doesn't really say or do much, but you got the idea that it seems like she kind of understood some level of it.
Okay, so not completely, but enough where it knows commands and whatnot. Okay. I want to start looking at. I'm assuming one of the other two people has that other half of the sending stone, so I'm going to start looting the other bodies. Someone's got to have that other half.
Okay, go ahead and make another investigation check for me. All right. While a guy is rummaging through the other bodies looking for the sending stone, Zarek and Tito, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm still passed out.
Okay.
Time to start doing some dentistry.
Okay.
Ooh.
Tito, you're gonna go harvest some teeth from Scruffy.
I was like, wait, is he gonna pull his pipe out or? Oh shit!
I mean, there's no bringing this bear back, right? Just before I start yanking.
I mean,
probably not with what's currently available to the four of you.
Alright, yeah, I'm yanking some teeth.
Alright, it's relatively easy. You're a pretty strong Toral, Tito, and bear cub's teeth are not quite the same as a full-grown one.
Well, and I say, Scruffy, forgive me, but you will live on.
Oh, man. So as as Tito is harvesting teeth, and Zarek clings to Scruffy, exhausted up against this tree, Guy, you find the other half of the sending stone pair on this little gnome guy over here. And about 10-15 minutes into that, Korg returns from the white door that Maximilian had appear, and the door vanishes behind Korg once he descends back down to the ground floor.
and also, real quick, you said that I found money on.
Yeah, 3 silver and 2 copper.
Thank you.
Alright, like wrist deep in the bear's mouth, I look up and say, where the hell did you go?
I went to speak with my mentor in his residence.
That guy was your mentor?
Yes. Lycans typically adopt a younger Lycan and teach them the old ways, since our people no longer seem to like each other often.
Does that mean Bessie is yours now?
Not quite.
What did he want?
Well, he was curious why I sent out a signal. I sort of explained the scenario to him. He said he would offer some assistance in helping us hunt Zarkon, if we wished.
Did he have any information we could use?
He said to be wary of the hobgoblin since they were working together, but that's about it. He hasn't been in this territory very long.
You don't want the rock?
What rock?
The rock? Oh,
The
meteor.
magic rock.
Not that he told me.
What
Weird.
JR went to go take his dog out. I didn't know if you guys read that or not. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't want to get too deep into something and JR would be like,
Guess we'll just, I mean, we can keep talking, I guess.
Okay, we beat the game.
JR, you came back. We won. Sorry.
Yeah, we killed the dragon.
We're all riding Bessie off into the sunset.
Yeah, Bessie is mine now. I was gonna ask him if I found anything off of this, off of anything else off of these bodies. All right, so I have sending stones. Does anyone want the other one? I assume. Where's what's his? Keep forgetting your fake name.
Zark?
Yeah.
He's
Where's
hidden
Zark?
down here.
I'm down, like passed out against a tree.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
I know. That's yeah. Oh, never mind. I thought you were asking on the
No,
screen.
I know. I
Okay,
know
yeah,
where you're
yeah.
at.
Okay.
Who?
I guess I call out your name.
You mean the Rat Man?
Yes.
I haven't seen him since before the fight started. I'm pretty sure he left.
I saw him run out into the woods, and I haven't seen him since.
I'm pretty sure he left, dog.
Well, somebody killed this guy.
For all I know, it was me.
All right, I'm gonna. I'll make a perception check to see if I can see you. Are you trying to hide, Garrett?
No, I'm not. I'm not actively trying to hide.
I assume that's good enough to find you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I find you.
All right. I'm passed out against a tree and like I'm like drenched in sweat and like I'm slightly like foaming at the mouth.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'll take out a potion and I take out this little bead and put it in there.
In the
And
potion?
then, yes, and shake it up and pop the top and kind of force feed it to you, casting Cure Wounds for 9 points of healing.
9 points of healing. Alright, so I come to, and as I come to... What?
Real
Go.
quick, I'll also do the same thing to Tito. I'll give him the potion to drink. Doing 7 points of healing.
Is Cure Wounds a cantrip for you?
No.
Oh.
I just used all my slots. So
So, Zarek kind of comes to, and as he comes to, he's like, oh! like very like frantically like looking around and looks like schizophrenic, and he's like, it's like he doesn't even like recognize you. His eyes are just like darting around, and he's still like drenched in sweat, and then starts to like, he gets up and then he like stumbles again. And then he like stands up like afraid, like, and he's backing, like hugging the tree now that he sees you. He's like, who are you?
I think he's got rabies.
I think he's got
I would ask, would I know what this condition is? If it is like a rabies type thing, I don't know if. How about I
Jared
roll?
will have to answer this.
I will have to roll a. I'll roll a medicine check and then he can tell me later. Pretty good.
It is pretty good.
And I asked, "What's wrong? Weren't you? You don't recognize us?"
Recognize you. And like, I'm like, very like, I'm thinking, but then I'm like, oh, what?
Sorry about that.
What
guys, I'm
happened?
back.
Oh yeah. He rolled. So, you gotta fill you in on what just happened.
Yeah. So the
So
first thing
you guys just literally kept going without me.
Yeah.
Just kept fucking playing and doing your own rolls. You don't need me anymore.
All right.
So I made the judgment call that because he was looking for me, and he rolled an 18 for perception, and I said, he finds me. We
Yeah,
end
I
up
mean, I
together.
don't remember what your last stealth check is, but especially if you're not trying that hard.
But yeah,
to-
I wasn't trying to like hide on the tree. I
Yeah,
was
then
just like,
he would
probably
definitely find you then.
Yep. So then he did a cure wounds on me and Tito. And
Oh, now
then when
you're gonna be out of spell slots now, aren't you?
I'm out.
yeah, because when he came upon me, whoa. When he came up to me, not when he came upon me.
Yeah, I did.
When he came up to me,
Amazing.
That's not a healing potion.
when he came up to me, I was like drenched in sweat and kind of like foaming at the mouth a little bit. So he gave me the healing potion, or not healing potion. I guess it was a healing potion.
It was.
And then when I came to, I was like frantic, and I like scared and like didn't recognize him at first.
Foaming at
And
the
then
mouth.
so he asked, like he rolled a medicine check to see if he could determine what was wrong with me, and that's where we wanted you to come back in.
And I
Okay.
rolled an 18. Medicine. Or if I would have any idea of like.
Okay. Yeah. Zark
memory
is
loss,
currently suffer. You could see that his muscles have deteriorated to like a pretty significant point. His limbs are even more thin and frail than what they normally were. It looks like the strength quite literally has been sapped out of him.
Does that sound like any condition that I know of?
Hush! Shut up!
Yeah, John, shut up. You wouldn't know. Garrett said so.
You would have no idea. Shut your face.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Zerg's just having a fit, yelling shit out over there. No, shut up!
Ooh. You have read a decent amount of books in your time and talked to a great number of people who know a great deal of things. And you know that there are many different types of undead creatures that exist within the world to be cautious of. But spirits are specifically notorious for sapping the strength or the endurance out of the individuals that they fight.
Oh, this is from our fight. Okay.
Also, actually, you know what? Zark did say shut up, and he starts yelling, like he starts like grabbing his head a little bit, and it's just like, shut up, shut up.
So I don't know how to counteract this. What was done.
If I remember correctly, I want to say a good night's sleep is the best way to remedy the situation.
So it's like a curse then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did anybody else get hit with that? Do I remember?
I don't think the whatever they were hit anybody else that's living still.
I think they swing at me, but miss.
I don't remember for certain if anybody else was hit other than Zarek.
Okay.
I didn't take any damage.
I think
Wow.
all my damage was from the first guy, I'm pretty sure.
Head jerk.
Yeah, you got nat 20'd. And I asked, are you okay? Are you gonna be okay?
And it's like I don't even like hear you. And I'm just like I'm essentially just like I'm sitting down and I'm like rocking. I have like my hands over my ears and I'm like rocking back and forth right now.
Let's see. I'll use magical tinkering to like pick up a rock and then
Throw it at me.
No. I'll pick up a rock and take out a vial out of my jacket and like pour some on the rock and then put it under his nose, and it's like that smelling salt that like brings people out of like unconsciousness. You know, when like boxers get knocked down, they put that stuff under their nose to kind of bring them out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of have him smell that to see if I can bring him out of that funk.
So as you put it under, I you see like life come back to my eyes a little bit, and I like kind of come to like, guy, what's going on?
You kind of had an episode there.
An episode. I lost this accent completely.
An
Car,
episode?
car.
What?
Walk to the car. Okay, I got it back.
An episode? What?
What kind of episode you talking about? I can't lost it again.
What kind of episode are you talking about?
Talking about. There we go. Talking about. Talking
Yeah.
about. There you go.
Talking about. All right.
What
You're-
are you talking about?
You're foaming at the mouth and rocking back and forth. Didn't recognize us.
I do feel famished. Slightly famished.
I mean,
Not from bust at all.
do you know if you do that often? Is that a thing, or is that just?
That's new to me.
Oh,
I do feel quite strange right now.
I think a lot of that might have to have been done, or might have something to do with getting hit by those specters.
It is. I think that one got me pretty good, and I kind of like hold up my arm that's like deteriorate. Like, I guess it. I'm saying it looks like kind of like sunken in, like deteriorated. Not deteriorated, but like, I don't know. Like the energy has been like sapped out of it.
Yeah, it almost looks like
Like
you
Piccolo's
aged
arm after
yeah.
Cell.
It almost
Yeah.
looks like you aged incredibly quickly in like
Yeah.
no time at all. Like it's just frail and looks like anybody could just break your forearm right now, like no problem.
Yeah.
Like the sight of Tito like makes you shiver because you think if he just touched you, you would just like entirely just crumble.
Oh, you would.
I should be talking like an old man then. Hey guy. I
hey
can't do old Boston man.
Lenny.
Hey guy. Do you got any chapstick?
What?
God.
Butterscotch.
Well, so what are we gonna do about this guy? I feel quite frail.
I think we just need to sleep it off. From what I can tell, it's pretty temporary from what I've read and what I've heard, I think it's just temporary. I think we need to sleep it off a bit.
So I try to like hobble my way to my feet. I got shaky knees though.
All right, let's go back to the stone and figure out what we're doing.
All right.
Also, JR, did I find anything else on the bodies, or is that the only thing?
That was really the only thing of interest. There's like random scraps and like cigarettes to smoke and things like that, and like hemp and rope, random like things. But you guys already all have all of these things, so.
And I give the other half of the sending stone to Zarek and tell him, like, since we can never see you, as soon as something comes off, you can use this to contact me. And then I can get the word out to everyone else.
And I kind of at first don't hear you. I'm like distracted, like looking in the distance. And then I like after like a few seconds notice that you're holding it out to me. I go, what'd you say?
I repeat what I said.
Okay. And then again, I looked like distracted again.
I will add that.
So I have half of a sending stone.
Yes.
Well, you have a sending stone linked
I have
to
the-
John's sending stone.
So yes, I have half a sending stone. Or I
No,
don't know how.
you have-
Is it two things or just one item?
There's two stones that talk to each other if you hold them.
But didn't John only get one stone?
He
I got
found the
he
other
found
one.
the other.
He found the other one on the other guy.
Gotcha.
Mhm, mhm. As you guys all approach towards the big meteorite, Bessie begins to rise from this kind of prone position she was in. Her tongue begins to quickly unravel from her mouth, and it looms over towards Korg, and she extends this small piece of the meteorite towards you.
I put it back in my pocket then.
I knew
Okay.
it.
And as soon as Korg takes the piece of the meteorite, Bessie's tongue quickly whips around the massive piece that you guys have been fighting over this whole time. She takes a few steps forward, and she looms over top of it, and her mouth just opens agape, and she just swallows the entire thing whole.
Stone or ox and cart as well.
Just the stone.
Well, It appears that he wanted the stone too.
And then Bessie just begins to hop away, just smashing giant frog footprints into the ground as she goes.
Crapped out the stone.
While you were gone, I asked Korg if his mysterious mentor wanted the stone.
I said I don't think so. He doesn't mention
Yeah.
it to me.
I mean, I doubt JR would have told us then. It's just funny. I knew that fucker wasn't leaving without the stone.
Well, maybe Zach still wasn't, or Korg still wasn't lying. Maybe Bessie just wanted the stone.
True.
So I look over to Korg. I'm like, oh, you still don't have a stone, do you?
Oh, I do now. I didn't earlier.
Okay, yeah. Real convincing.
It was a gift from my mentor, as you saw.
Yep, I'm sure.
Is the ox still alive?
No.
Okay.
Oh, the ox is dead?
Yeah, it perished.
Can we harvest the ox for meat?
Oh god.
No rolls. You harvest the ox for meat.
Can I get some teeth off of it?
Yes, you've harvested all. It's immaculate. Great job.
Wait, can we bring that? Can we bring it back though?
Yeah. If you got fucking revivify, you got like 15 seconds left to bring it back.
Nope. It's dead.
Okay.
I used
What should we
Tortify.
do now then?
I think we need to sleep.
Yeah, we should probably sleep.
Let's not sleep in the cemetery, though.
Didn't we eat everything here? I mean, are there more
Zarek-
spirits?
We don't
Zarek,
know what's in here.
Whips his head around and goes, "Who's that? Who said that?"
Okay. There's something wrong with the rat.
Yeah, I think we need to sleep somewhere. I mean, we can't just be guiding this guy all the way around.
He left his bear over by the tree, so we know that there's something wrong.
At this point, I just let the bear go.
Oh no, the bear's gone.
Oh no!
No, I want to go get him. I'm gonna go get him.
Did he go and get him, JR?
Hold on. I didn't mean to delete him. He's gone. Hold on. Let me find my bear token again.
And let's
You can use the one up here. The one that's
sure I
X'd
can.
out.
Is there anything left in the cart? I know there was stuff in the cart.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like rice and grain, like a lot of like really basic food that if you were on Survivor would last you a fucking long ass time.
And asked
Wherever
Tito,
that
I'm like, Tito, you want to grab this stuff?
Yeah, there was a tent that was thrown over top of it as well.
Yeah, I grab it all. It's all mine.
tell you what. What if we put the rat at the back of the cart? Tito pulls the cart into town with the rat.
So I'm an ox to you now?
No, you're a giant turtle, but you're very strong, and I figure you would want to help your rat friend by pulling him into town.
Are we
Not
just
a
gonna
bad
have?
idea.
How far out of town are we?
Walking from where you're at, it's going to be a little over an hour.
We're just gonna have Tito pull this cart?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna go with him, but yeah,
Okay.
back to town, get it in.
Everyone hop in the
Deal.
cart.
I mean,
We'll be
I'll walk to
eating-
the side so there's not as much weight on there. I can walk.
Tito train is departing.
I mean, I didn't even get hit during the
There's,
fight.
I guess,
Don't miss me.
you guys do have the tent as well that was thrown over top of the meteorite that was there. And you're gonna have to go through a little bit of like a secluded forest area to kind of get to the pathway that leads up into Nasu again.
All right, so Korg, are you just gonna be our pack mule, so to speak? You want to grab the tent and the food?
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll grab it. Yeah, of course.
Actually, what? No, Tito. I meant to say Tito. I think I said Korg.
Throw it all on the cart with the rat.
All right.
As you
What
guys are
about-
loading up, you see that like look like I'm deteriorating again, like in terms of condition. Like I'm like in and out, like I'm like having a hard time standing and stuff like that.
He
Let's
needs a
tuck
little
his-
rat walker.
Let's tuck his bear next to him. Because he don't look so
Gruffy
And then as
kind
soon
of
as I, like-
Scrappy huddles up to him.
As soon as I like sit down on the cart, I immediately pass out.
Can't believe we
Okay,
still have this
uh,
spare.
Let's get a move on then. He
Yeah.
looks rough. So let's take him to an inn.
Tito trains departing.
All
So-
right. So, I guess Zark is going to go ahead and begin the process of taking a short rest or a long rest.
I mean, it's going to take them what, 2 hours to? Are they? They're going to the city, so it's going to take them like what, 2 hours?
A little over an hour at least, yeah.
Yes, that'd be a short rest. If I mean, we'll say it's a short rest because I don't know if they're going to wake me up.
Okay, sounds good.
I guess you'll start a long
Yeah.
rest and see how.
Okay, so
Okay.
Korg, Guy, and Tito, you guys know the path. It's really not that difficult to get back to the village. It's relatively easy to follow. But you guys do have a little over an hour to discuss anything or plan anything at all heading into the city or the village if you guys would like, or we can skip ahead if you guys don't have anything to say.
And I let them know. I say, hey, that the Black Hand is still going to be looking for us to, as soon as we enter the city, we're going to get asked how our time went. And we don't have a rock to show them.
I mean, we just tell him we were unsuccessful, you know?
Well, tell him we had to fight zombies.
So what do we tell them about the rock? That
The
it brought
zombies
heat-
took
heat-
it.
Zombies took a meteorite?
We got ambushed in the woods and we woke up and it was gone.
I've always known the best way to lie is tell as much truth as possible. So we'll tell him exactly what happened.
Oh, yeah. Zarkon the Necromancer came and broke the rock open and then it crumbled and we vanished with it.
We'll leave everything about Zarek's mentor out. I don't think they need to know about him.
So is there anybody that's good at lying?
I'm a proficient deceptioner.
So do you want to do the talking then?
Absolutely. I'm a charismatic young wolf.
All right.
Yep.
Lead
you were
on
able
then.
to lie really well to Guy and totally convince him that you didn't have anything.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Well, it's hard to be sneaky when everyone knows everything that happens.
When I have magic vision,
Yeah, that too.
I can see through you into your soul.
My pockets are glowing. Nope, don't got anything.
Nope, don't got it. They're literally glowing. Don't know what you're talking about.
It's my magic
Nope.
lint.
Yeah, that's some mustard I got on there a couple days ago. Okay. That's all I want to talk about.
Okay. Anybody have anything else?
Nope.
All right then.
I want to narrate as we're riding in the cart.
Go ahead.
I am restless and tossing and turning and randomly shouting sometimes and shrieking. Just generally like uncomfortable sleep. I don't look like I'm getting very much rest and very peaceful rest. And that's about it.
Easy enough. And with that, None of your comrades seem concerned at all about you, Zarek, as you fight for your life in the back of a cart.
Well, I'm assuming that it was based off of the information you gave me earlier, that it's just needs a good
I'm
night's
totally
sleep.
kidding.
Okay.
Totally kidding.
If not, well,
I
I'm
might be
not a-
dying of a fever over here, and no one's just like, ah.
Eh,
I rolled an 18 medicine and 22 arcana. I'd imagine, well, maybe I would know what's going on. But if not, well, then I was wrong.
well, that I was wrong.
And time to create a new character.
All right. So after about an hour and a half, you guys are a few hundred feet away from the north gate of Nasu that will lead up the mountainous, or lead a little higher up the mountainous area that you're in to the actual streets of the village. At this point, Zarek, you have successfully completed a long rest. Did you want to
Snap.
expend any hit dice, or are you at full HP?
A short rest.
I used a short rest, and I did I rolled a hit die already.
Okay. Oh, you already did. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How much strength have you lost to the
I had
fight?
lost 2.
Okay. After the short rest, one of your points of strength returns to you.
Okay.
So you're feeling significantly better, but still not 100% quite yet.
Physically.
Correct. As you guys approach the gate, you spot a pair of guards on top of it, keeping watch, that have it opened. You recognize them from a couple of times when you all have previously arrived at the city, or village, excuse me, and left. You can see them muttering a few things to one another.
Can I hear
But
what they're muttering?
Make a perception check for me.
Ugh.
As you kind of pass underneath the entryway through the gate, you can hear one of the guards muttering, "These are the ones the boss wanted us to look out for, isn't it?" "Aye. Go let him know they're back." And one of the guards quickly shuffles off down the steps and rushes into the middle of town.
Telepathically, I communicate that basically what I heard to each one of them, except the sleeping one.
I think Zark is awoken by now. He's successfully completed his short rest, so...
Okay, then I communicate it to him as well.
Who the fuck is that on the mountain?
That's the Hokage.
I don't know.
That's the Hokage.
Guess you guys will have to find out.
Oh, I imagine that's the old emperor.
So I turned to Korg and Tito and saying, "Hey, I don't know how much time we have, but we may need to get. What time of the day is it right now?"
It is late. We're talking like 12 a.m., 1 a.m., somewhere in that ballpark.
Jeez. So do you want to talk to what's his face now, or try to get some rest and talk to him in the morning?
Let's take a rest first.
All right. I assume I know where an inn was.
Yeah, you guys have
I've
passed by
probably
one.
probably been staying at one if I was here a
Mhm.
couple days before.
You've been previously staying at the Brazen Ox Inn.
Kidding?
It's not too far off from where you guys are at now, and the price for a room was pretty cheap. It was only a couple copper pieces a night.
All right, we'll go there.
But the rooms were also nothing spectacular. It was like a pair of single beds in each room, and then a table and a bookshelf.
Okay. I mean, I'll go there since I've been there before.
Okay. Easy enough. There's not hardly any activity in the streets at all right now. There's plenty of stray animals, though, that are kind of making up most of it, kind of searching or fending for any bits and scraps of food that they can find, but based off of the condition of the city, it looks like there's not much food to go around for many of the people who live here, let alone stray animals. A few uneasy characters kind of eye you guys, but they spot Tito just pulling this cart and think twice about any ill decisions they might have made tonight otherwise.
Wise.
Wise.
10-15 minutes go by before you find yourselves in a slightly better part of the village and in front of the Brazen Ox Inn once more. There's a warm temperature that emits as soon as you guys kind of hit the doors to the inn that you can feel from the fire on the inside. There's a smell of drinks in the air, a little bit of coffee and a little bit of alcohol depending upon the type of person. And there is a young human man standing behind the bar. Seems to be the one in charge for the night.
Do I recognize him?
Yeah, you've seen him the last couple of times that you've come by. He seems to be the late shift worker. He's here usually from late night to early morning.
And do I know his name? Or have I ever talked to him?
Roll a history check for me.
Roll a history check.
Yeah.
He was born on the 17th of December.
Yeah, that's what's his face.
Yeah, his name is Kuei Ling.
How do you spell that?
Q-U?
Uh-huh.
Ling. L-I-N-G. Or Q-E, excuse me. Not Q-U.
All right, and I go up to him and tell him that I'll need a couple rooms this time.
You eat how many room?
So is that a QE-LING? I'll put a dash in there.
The dash, don't be silent.
Yeah, I'll need 2 rooms for at least another night.
You 2 room?
Yes, 2 room.
He looks at the 4 of you. And he points up towards a sign that says no pets when he looks at Korg.
I'm gonna growl.
Make an intimidation check for me, Korg.
While this is going on, I still want to be like, I'm looking around like very schizo-y still. My eyes are bloodshot.
Okay. You still look physically out of it and definitely mentally out of it.
Yes.
Is it less schizo-y? Or same?
Schizo-y is the same. I just look physically better.
Oh.
Friend needs a bed, and
Okay.
I am not a pet.
As Korg says this and growls, Kuei Ling flips the sign that says no pets, and it's on the backside it says pets cost extra.
I'll give him 2 copper.
Do you know how much the rooms even cost?
No, but that's it. That's all I'm giving him.
He shakingly grabs the key off of the wall and hands it to you. Have a nice day.
And how much for the other one? I'm sure that'll take care of both.
2 copper per room.
How about 1 copper since you
It
offended
sounds
my
like
friend?
a bad Asian accent.
Copper.
2 copper per room.
Fine, I'll give him 2 copper. Then I found off a dead guy. I hand him 2 copper.
He quickly puts it in this little metal box he has behind the bar. Thank you. Have a nice day.
And I tell him, like, where can we pull our cart around that we've got some stuff in there.
He flips the side around and gets no pork.
The third side of the sign.
1 copper to stay in carport.
Alright, fine, I'll give him another copper.
Okay, thank you. Carport out back.
Did we already? Well, I don't know where we put the cart.
We'll say
Can I-
for brevity's sake, you put it out back.
Okay.
Can I pick up old Zarek and take him to his bed?
Yeah, he's not very heavy, so it's not too much of a struggle for you to lift him up.
frail. I'm frail and
I'll
weak.
do it gently. And I'll place him into his bed.
As you're carrying me up, you notice I'm like mumbling stuff under my breath, like
And I-
unintelligible stuff.
Oh,
Can I? No. All right, and I'll tell Korg I'm like I might want to share a room with him in case he needs medical attention. I'll keep an eye on him.
better you than me.
Yeah.
Okay, have a nice night. Breakfast at 6 a.m.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks. And I'll do another check on Zarek. Is there any change?
Make a medicine check for me.
Anything more I can glean?
He appears to be doing better, but an hour and a half of rest is definitely not all that he's going to need to totally shake whatever's going on for him.
And you get the sense his wounds may be deeper than just physical.
Well, I guess he's just gonna have to sleep it off. I don't know what's wrong with him. We'll have to
Sounds
check in the
good.
morning.
We'll hope for the best.
Yeah. I mean, I've given him a healing potion. Seems
else?
rest is somewhat working. We'll have to check in the morning. I don't know what else to do.
Oh, the music stopped. That means drama. Oh, never mind. Started again.
And two ninjas bust through the door with samurai swords.
I've always got music ready for a scene change.
While I'm in the other, like, I go to my room. Can I like tinker during a long rest? Does that count?
What were you trying to do?
I'm gonna try and tie the shard of the Evermoon to my short sword, and then see if I can make that into my packed weapon while it's attached to it.
So you couldn't necessarily attempt to do something quite like that while long resting, especially since you're a race that needs the full time to actually sleep, I believe.
I don't think you're like the half awake, half sleeping races.
No, don't do that.
But you could attempt to somehow get it to like stay, but it would be kind of risky on a short sword, you know? You would definitely want some sort of like chain or metal to hold it.
Or glue.
Yeah, maybe some sovereign glue, that'd be good.
Oh, dude.
We got the
Alright,
glue
well,
master.
I'll just take my rest.
Okay.
My guy would love some sovereign glue.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to do?
I wanna. This is before we long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have
I
anything.
want to start. I want
that's-
to preemptively start tossing and turning in my sleep.
Okay.
And continuing to mumble under my breath before I
Yep.
start long resting.
Intending to mumble under my breath.
Freak out. How did long resting heals us to full? Yeah.
Yes, it does. It will also change all of your oh wow. Change. It will also refresh all of your shit that you get on a long rest.
Yep. Spells.
Spell slots, pretty much everything, like abilities, class abilities and stuff.
All right, I gotta roll a d6 then. So what is it? Roll / roll?
Wait, roll d6 for what?
1d6. A 1.
Wait, what are we rolling a d6 for?
My subclass.
Oh shit! What do you have to? I've read all of them before, but I can't remember all of it.
Experimental elixir. Not the one that we kind of,
Yeah, but the actual baseline that comes with the class at their level you
Yeah.
certain.
which is
Dude, well, you got the drinker regains a number of hit points equal to 2d4 plus your intelligence modifier. It's a healing potion. That's literally what it is.
experimental healing potion.
Nifty gifty.
And then do I also make a potion that 1 through 99 thing?
If you
I don't-
committed the time to doing it last night.
How much time is that?
We'll say it's without a good setup, like we'll say like actual like laboratory or some shit for lack of a better term, it's gonna take you like 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, geez, that's a long time. No, I'm not going to do that before the
Okay.
long rest.
Okay.
Well, do we finish the long rest? I guess I should, before I start putting all this stuff in.
Yes.
Okay.
After good night's sleep, everybody finishes their long rest, and you all wake up.
Yep, I'm still asleep,
Oh, Zark's still asleep. He doesn't wake up.
sweating.
He's
Yeah.
Not mumbling under my breath though. Not mumbling under my breath.
drenched in sweat.
There we go.
No mumbling.
Do I
is
do I
under his
get
breath.
do I get my strength point back?
Yes, you do. You get your last point of strength back.
Get a hit die when we level 2, right?
Yes, you do. Your maximum hit dice is always equal to your character's level.
Gotcha.
And you get half your overall hit dice rounded up back when you take a long rest, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that you can expend to heal during a short rest. Zarek, in the morning, still frenzied, drenched in sweat. The room is hot. You hear a voice whisper into your ear. You're never gonna beat the hand. They're too strong for you.
I'm assuming this is just like I'm asleep still.
No, not necessarily.
I'm not asleep.
No,
I'm
you're,
like
you're like
in a half like,
yeah, like semi-conscious.
and
It's like
I'm gonna
it's
be,
like a fainted whisper.
Like a hallucination.
and I'm shouting
Yes.
out, "No, no, get out of my head!"
It's too late. We're already here, right?
And then I want to scream, "No!" That brings me fully awake.
You bolt up in your bed, Zarek, looking all around. You're just drenched in sweat entirely, and you can see Guy kind of stirring over next to you in a single bed across the room. You're kind of unfamiliar in the territory that you're at. You barely even remember what happened last night past the fight.
Hi, where are we?
Back in the town.
Where? What happened? How'd we get here?
I can tell you in a little bit. Let me wake up first.
Is everyone okay?
Everyone's fine.
Did we?
What do you remember?
I remember there was the big rock. Whatever happened to the rock? Did we figure that out?
I mean, do you remember the fight and everything, or?
The fight. Yes. Oh no. Scruffy.
Yeah.
I got one of his
Where-
teeth.
You're not in the room.
I saved from the next room over.
Muffled through the wall.
Walls are thin.
I got a tooth.
You just hear Tito shout from the other side of a thin wall.
Yeah, Tito.
And hearing it, like, it kind of like startles me a little bit, and I kind of like, yeah, it startles me, so I like kind of am shocked. Before I recognized that it's Tito's voice. And then, so then I remember, there was the green flash, and that's about it.
All right, and then I recount everything that happened.
So, where's the media?
That was in the recounting.
But where is it now?
I don't know.
So do we have a game plan or?
Not really, no. The Black Hand knows we're here. And I'm sure we're gonna have to talk with what's his face.
Mid-sentence,
Uso.
like while you're talking, I like frantically like look around, like I heard something, and then like I focus back on you again.
Yeah, they know we're here, so
Who knows we're here? Uso?
yeah. The Black Hand.
Well, I
And
mean,
Uso.
but do we have a plan?
I assume we're just gonna tell him most of the truth, but leave out the fact that a giant froghemoth swallowed the stone. I think we're basically gonna say that God, do I have his Zarkon basically used the power of the stone to resurrect an army that ended up turning on him, and we were able to get out.
Is that the best we got? Is just confessing?
You got anything else?
I'm just asking. Were there any other ideas?
That's my idea.
Yeah, but was anything else thrown out
I
that
don't-
just got vetoed? Because maybe we can work with something else. We can use a different angle.
I don't know. You gotta ask the other two.
So have you run this by the other two?
Yeah.
And they didn't have any other ideas?
No.
They just
you're
went with
both
yours?
awake at this point as well.
Why don't you go ask them? You can ask
Fine.
you that hole in the wall right there.
Oh no.
Why veto when you
Alright.
can Tito?
So I want to get up. I want to get like out of the bed, but like as I get out of the bed, I kind of stumble.
Mhm.
Still not too sure on my feet. And like I kind of hop out. I'm like, whoa. Maybe I should be taking it a little slow still. But do you know? Did you see what happened to me? Do you know what's going on? What are all these voices I'm hearing?
I don't know why you're hearing voices.
I mean,
You never told me you're hearing voices.
I mean, I mean, you don't hear these? Is there like a big crowd here that you're hearing?
No.
There's not. I just keep hearing like.
I assume I'm not hearing anything.
Roll a perception check for me, guy. You can hear a bit of some murmurs coming from the first floor beneath you guys, where there's probably some people eating or drinking or whatever. Some activity out on the village, but not a crowd or anything. No, not to that level.
Yeah, no crowd, just normal murmurs.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it'll go away. Maybe my ears are ringing from the fight or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with you.
Let's
You seem
let's
to
see.
be all right.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you saw me yesterday? Was everything? I mean, was everything okay? Did you notice anything odd?
Nope. I'm just kidding. I know that those specters had kind of sapped your strength, but I mean, the other mental stuff, I don't know if that was a side effect of those attacks, but
Did you tell me about like the mental stuff, like that I was like shouting and stuff?
yeah, I would tell you all
Okay.
that, yes. From what happened basically up till now.
Well, I guess we'll just keep an eye out on it. And then I kind of like shuffle towards the door.
Has this
the...
type of thing happened before? I know I asked you earlier, but you're kind of out of it.
No, I mean, no. I've never seen anything or heard anything about like this before.
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check.
Ooh.
Zark, roll a persuasion or deception check, depending upon how you're feeling.
Don't
Or
tell me.
depending on the situation, excuse me, not how you're feeling.
I mean, there's nothing really to beat though, because I'm telling the truth.
True, but he doesn't necessarily know
I don't
that.
know that.
So would I know, but I'm saying like, what would I if I'm not trying to lie and I'm not trying if I'm not trying to
I would
deceive or
say,
persuade?
yeah,
It's just
persuade him
persuasion,
that
then.
you are
Oh, it's
telling the
persuasion.
truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oops, that's perception. I can't read.
Natural one.
Persuasion.
You're such a
okay.
freaking liar. I'm blind. So, like,
He seems genuine to you, Guy, but it's tough. There's just a lot going on right now, and you're not certain. But he seems genuine.
but wouldn't I know that he's telling the truth if my insight is above his persuasion? Well, that's kind of weird. Then what if his persuasion was more?
Then you wouldn't know. I don't know.
This is kind of a tough situation because you're
Yeah,
both
what-
players. We're trying to like kind of act this situation
Okay.
out almost how you'd like act it out with an NPC.
I feel like he's telling the truth. We'll just
We
Okay.
can give roles in this type of situation, but at the end of the day, it's really kind of artificial, and it's more so for you. Do
yeah.
you as Guy trust Zarek? You know.
okay. All right, so I guess we have to talk about our plan. And I assume that the rest of them are in the room next door.
Yeah.
All right, so I kind of like bang on the wall and said, "Hey, we got to figure out what we're doing this morning."
The other two are dead, apparently.
Do they hear me? Are they
I'm
awake?
in my room.
Yeah,
He
we'll
just
just
hit-
But why male models? Yeah, I banged on the wall of your room.
Yeah, you guys are side by side rooms, so he's just banging on the wall to get your guys' attention.
Okay, well,
And I said, "Hey, we got to figure out our next course of action. So if you want to come in here."
okay. I'm gonna take my ox meat. Go. What time is it actually?
Ox
Really?
meat.
Early morning, like 8, 9 a.m.
Well, you're all a wolf. Wolves can eat.
Can I go see Kuei Ling again with the ox meat?
Sure.
Just you waiting in her room.
This is why our summaries are so short.
Coiling, can I enchant this ox meat in any way?
You come downstairs holding these
Roll
large pieces of ox meat, and Kuei Ling looks exhausted, still standing behind the bar. Good morning. How help you?
Can you cook this for me? I'll give you 2 more copper.
Roll a persuasion check.
How much
Wait,
ox meat is it?
You also had ox meat, like not refrigerated at all. You're just carrying around ox meat.
I mean, the town you're in is like
Frozen.
freezing
true.
cold. And I have some.
Yes, you may have a handful of ox meat for your hard work and your great
Handful.
service.
He looks at you and over at this massive slab of ox meat you're holding, and he extends his hand. Dear.
He says, "Deer."
No, he's... Yes.
I heard deer.
Oh, well, I give him the ox meat and 2 copper.
Okay.
Bring to room 69. That's where I assume John and Zark are.
Uh-huh. And you
And then
guys
I'll-
are in room 420. Oddly enough, they're just side by side for
Yeah,
some
yeah,
reason.
exactly.
He says, okay, I smoke low over, looks at the piece of meat, 16 hours.
16 hours.
You asked
you-
JR a meat question.
Can you cook it into a stew instead?
Okay, I cook it to stew. Give me 12 hours. Take long time, make broth. Chop onions? You help?
No.
You
I'll
help
be
come 10
back.
hours.
I'll be back for the stew.
If you chop fast, maybe 9.
It takes you 3 hours to chop onions.
That's what I mean. This big.
I consent to the 12-hour stew, and I'll go back upstairs.
I consent to the 12-hour stew. That is one heck of a stew.
I want to see that in the inventory. 12-hour stew.
All right, boys. What's the plan here? How's the rat?
I'm doing better. So, did you guys come up with anything besides this guy's plan of finally wanting to just come in here and come clean? Because I was kind of saying that a few days ago, I think, but no one wanted to do that
Come
back then.
completely clean.
Well, a few days ago, we had a giant shard of the moon in our, in our trolley. Now we don't. So it's a little more reasonable.
But we don't know if they know we had a giant rock in our trolley.
Who?
I thought we avoided the town.
Yeah, we did avoid the town.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
so
these
they
guys,
wouldn't have-
they got eyes everywhere. You gotta assume they know.
No, I don't.
No, I would assume they know.
Well, we'll
Then
find
we
out.
would be dead. They
I mean,
know
well,
that-
I mean, but
we
we don't
know-
know that Hedrick guy. He could have. I mean, since Darian, aka what'd you say his name was, Zordon or whatever. He could be tied with the Black Hand. We don't know that. I was cautious about these guys in the first place, and it seems like my caution was well founded.
Well,
Then
what's
what do
your
you
plan,
suppose
then?
we do?
Yeah,
what's your
plan, Mister?
I'm
Don't
I'm
ever
I'm,
cross
I'm
the
concerned about
backhand?
coming clean. I
So
mean,
you just crap on everyone else's ideas and say
No.
they're crap,
I'm
and then
crapping
you're
on
like,
you guys
"Oh,
crapping
do we
on
have-"
my idea, and then come up with later like it's your own idea.
Well, your idea was stupid when we had it in our cart. Now we don't have it, so they have to believe us.
I mean, they don't have to.
We tell as much of the
Right.
truth as
It's
possible.
more believable now that we don't have it.
Well, I mean, are we going in together? We someone are we gonna
as a
send a
group.
representative?
The same way we went into the town, because they know that we're all here.
I mean, yeah, but
You gonna try to sneak away?
I mean, if things get hairy, maybe.
They're probably watching us right now.
Well, let's go then. Quit pussyfooting around.
Yeah,
Stew's
let's-
cooking, ready
let's
for us
go.
to come clean. It's no reward. When we
I
come
am
up.
hungry though. It is morning time, and I don't want to get my daily indigestion. Can we stop and get some breakfast?
Get
Breakfast
indigestion
was at
daily.
6 a.m. You heard Coiling. Let's go.
What time is it now?
It's 8:30.
Is it 8:30?
As he checks his watch.
Sure is.
Well, we're gonna ask. We're gonna ask. I mean, did they say when lunch was served?
There's no lunch. It's overnight room. We paid for 1 night. Come on.
I mean, I'm gonna ask when we get down because I'm hungry.
All right. Let's go then.
You can have one of my rations. It's all vegetarian though.
All right, that sounds good. I want to take one of his rations.
It's vegetarian rations.
Yeah,
Of course.
It does not taste good.
perfect.
Because it's vegetarian. Sucks.
And it's rations, and those usually don't taste good either.
I feel rationed after I eat it.
You do feel better after eating it, even if it didn't taste
I would
good.
like to ask the people from the party.
Oh.
You guys got any magic items?
Why?
Because, since you can see magic things, and I pat my pocket, I imagine they can too. Maybe we could hide it together.
What?
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's as good a plan as any.
This rock in my back pocket. Is that magic?
Maybe.
The answer is yes. Ascending stone's magic, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the setting stone
Yeah,
is
yeah,
magic.
yeah,
Do
yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
one?
I was asking. I mean, like in general to the party, because I wouldn't know, and no one will respond. It's okay.
Does it work like that? Is that
I-
how magic works? I don't have a detect magic. I don't know.
Is that how it works? I guess would I be able to tell? JR?
And you would
Well, if
you
it's
know it's
magic or
magic because
not?
you investigated it, so you know it's magic.
Yeah, I mean, you identified it, so you know what the item is.
Yeah, but no, like
Like, do we have a way to conceal it though? John would know.
Wait, conceal it.
Oh, well, I mean, you know what detect magic does. There's actual specifications on detect magic that, like, if you put shit in like a box of various material types, it can potentially block out detect magic.
a magical item. Does it like
Amplify?
no? Does
Overload
it
the
like
magicness.
does it mask?
No, not.
Okay.
Detect magic is going to detect all individual sources of magic within the range that aren't behind the specified.
Gotcha. Okay, then I tell them don't
barrier
worry.
thicknesses.
I said if they want to know, they can see it on you.
But there are also specifications to detect magic. Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I just did. I don't think we can. We don't have anything to conceal it.
Like it's yeah, the spell can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So if you had a box of wood that was 3 feet thick on each side, that would work.
Do we have a stone box that's 13 inches thick?
No.
Freaking.
Nope.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this then. Let's go talk to
Yeah.
the
Did
black
someone,
hand.
someone already link it?
I mean,
think
inch
we
of
start-
metal
yeah.
seems like the most plausible thing
Oh,
to get. Or lead.
Yeah, that's pretty much just a metal box at that point. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know any boxes that are.
the problem is all your magical items are now in a box instead of on your person. If you
Once we
needed
have
them,
multiple boxes, then we can just
But
pull out of the
still
box when we
in
need
a
it.
box. Imagine at the end of the campaign, level 18, we're going to go fight the fucking Dragon Lord Dramoka. And then, hold on, Dragon Lord. We all have to get our items out of our box real quick.
What was the combination? Was it 6969 or 420 0420?
Is there like a magic shop, like an arcana shop or something in the town?
There is, but the town for the most part has pretty limited supplies. Unfortunately, you guys have seen so far. So, but there's some stuff available if you wanted to go see if you had enough disposable cash. Which, for buying magical items, you guys don't really have enough money at this moment. I don't believe anyone does anyway.
I'm not
It's
trying
magic
to
items.
buy a magic item per se. I'm trying to buy like a lead lime satchel.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to buy something like that, there's definitely places you could go to find something of the sort to help mask the item if you were looking to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they wanted to buy, or is Korg the only one looking to purchase something real quick?
Because they're just gonna. I mean, they'll be failing us the entire time. So
I want to say to the group, if we're going to be getting into these scuffles, I might need to go buy like some supplies. I wasn't expecting us to be getting into any sort of trouble, so I'm kind of less equipped than I'd like to be.
well, I'd like to reiterate. I don't think we're gonna have much of a chance. So
I'm talking about just in general, just in case.
Okay, we could postpone the shopping. Let's
yeah,
do whatever first.
yeah.
I mean, I need,
guys,
if I'm going to be using this bow again, I need a quiver. Just
Where
saying.
did you have a bow?
I had a bow in the last fight.
Oh.
I had a
I
short
don't
bow.
remember that.
Yeah, that's how I killed the guy. Shot him in the back. Remember?
Nope.
I
He was
do
going
remember
towards the
that
bear,
now. Yeah,
and
yeah,
I-
yeah.
I thought you stabbed him.
Plinked him. Nope.
None of
I
us
did
could
stab
see
one guy.
you.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I thought you were talking. No,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So
I can't tell when you're out of character or in character.
You carry around a bow with no quiver?
It's hard to reach into this backpack and get arrows out. That's what I'm saying. I need a quiver. I wasn't planning on using this bow to fight anybody.
But you're planning on using it now when we go and talk to him.
I'm saying I didn't expect any of this to happen so far. So I feel like I need to be a little more prepared to
So
go.
you just want them to watch us start buying battle supplies and then go talk to them.
I mean, I'm a hunter.
Yes,
What do you?
yes
I
or
mean,
no?
I go
Yes
hunt.
or no?
I mean, a quiver is not necessarily battle supplies.
All right, the
Fine,
rest of us
we'll
will
go-
go talk to him. You can go get your quiver.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go ahead and start setting out in
Okay.
search of a leather worker.
All right, tally ho, lads. We
Wouldn't
go to Usum's house.
fuck, what is it called? Is it a Boyer? Or a
Bowyer?
Yeah, wouldn't they realistically sell?
They might. I mean, I thought the
Well,
bowyer
there's-
just makes like the actual like wood part of the bow and like the bow itself. I figured a leather worker would have
Oh.
like, I don't know,
Either way, for the sake of time, what are you looking to find? Just a quiver?
just a quiver. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's for sure. That's easy, no problem. They have quivers available at probably a handful of different shops and weapon shops, so just kind of odds and ends, and it's going to be 1 gold piece for a quiver.
All right. I want one that's like a gray leather. So yeah.
Okay, easy enough, no
Six
problem.
gold.
1 gold spent. Whoops, I added a gold. I need to subtract a gold. 9 gold, baby. And then I
Okay.
get a quiver.
And
And
we'll-
now I want to head after I get that, I want to start walking back to. I go towards the where I assume they're going to be, which is the house.
So
with
Glisk
that-
Mansion.
Yeah,
or
the mansion.
estate. I guess it's more of an estate than his mansion. Okay, easy enough. We'll say that whole ordeal probably takes about 15 or 20 minutes or so. So that's how far behind you are the rest of them. All right, and the other 3 you said you want to go right to Glisk as you wake up.
Yep.
All right, so easy enough. That's only a handful of minutes away from the Brazen Ox Inn that you guys are staying at. There's a couple of guards that recognize you at the front of the estate. And they kind of sneer at you as you approach. Look who's back. You ready to go talk to him?
And I
No.
turn to Korg, allowing him to do the talking.
Never ready to admit failure.
Yeah, I don't envy you. It's not going to be a fun conversation. Go ahead. And he moves to the side as he kind of opens up one of the front doors for the 3 of you to enter into.
I enter.
All right, Korg enters into the estate first. I don't ever try to assume. I would hate to be for there to be like a fucking trap on the other side of the doorway, and I'm like, oh, Korg enters in the door and fucking dies to the death trap.
And I pull out my crossbow.
2 of you follow.
Yes.
Okay, and then Tito and the guy following shortly after. Your hollow footsteps kind of echo throughout this entire estate. It's this massive, like, long hallway-esque almost. You can hear the crackle of a fire off in the distance, and you can see the shade of a man just standing in front of it. And you recognize the area to be the previous location where you, the 3 of you, excluding Guy actually, first spoke with Glisk during our first session. And you make your way across his estate before you find yourself standing in front of this dining table, and Uso Glisk standing before a raging fire.
This is a different pick than last. All right.
What's happened?
What? I pull out a chair. I sit down. It started off great. The boys and I left the city, made our way towards the moon like you suggested. Realized it was very cold out there. So, I'm practical. I come back to town, get some leathers, make sure I'm not getting frostbite out there. Why? The others, they continued on, towards that little farm, right? So I start running to catch up to him. I'm a couple hours behind him. We get me back up. We're looking for like food and stuff. We're very unprepared. This being our first real adventure together. We don't know what we need. It's a big group of we're a bunch of different hodgepodge guys. Anyway, it's a good attempt, right? So we get to the town, the farm, and we rebuild this guy's fence because he seems like he's been through a lot. Him and his family, they just kind of out there all by themselves.
You all can watch Uso Glisk becoming physically more and more agitated and irritated as Korg's story continues.
Telepathically, I let him know, like, hey, he just wants the facts. Get to the point.
Okay, I'm getting there. All right, I say that out loud. Anyway, found the stone. Right, met a guy. Turns out he's a evil necromancer. He broke the stone, summoned a bunch of ghouls, and then the ghouls fucked him over. So once the stone was broken, he fucking teleported away with the fucking little tiny chunks that broke off and disappeared. So we got no rock, we got no necromancer, and as you can see, my tail is currently tucked between my legs because we failed. And now we're here. Hey, you got any more of that meat?
Go ahead and roll a deception check for me, Korg.
You got any more of that meat? Whoo! All right, 16. All right. Maybe.
Without turning away from the fire, you hear Glisk's voice. Aye? And what are you going to do about it?
Well, I can't really teleport, so we don't really know anything about Zarkon. If you got any information on him, we'll go looking for him.
Say his name once more.
Zarkon? It's with a Z.
I've heard this name before.
Is he your friend? Or something?
Most
He didn't like
definitely
us.
not. He's a friend of no man. Or the living, for that matter.
Yeah. Well, the dead don't seem to like him either, though. So got that going first.
There's a forest to the west. Last I heard, he had some hideout within there. I suggest you start looking there first.
We talking like right outside west or like west? So
Go to the cemetery and head west. Within a mile or so, you should be able to see a tree line begin. It's rather expansive. The tree line stretches far behind the south side of Ikcho, all the way to the edge of the the gleaming tundra and the start of the Coral Bay.
Mm-hmm.
The forest is expansive, but that is the last location I heard of him.
Mm-hmm. Where's the cemetery?
The
We were
south
there.
of the city, and that's where you guys were just at.
I mean, I know that, but
Trying to
they
put this
don't
on.
know that we know.
I get you.
Wait, you didn't tell him that we were at the cemetery?
No, I didn't tell him that.
Oh.
I thought you just did. He summoned a bunch of people.
No, I didn't say anything about a cemetery.
Irregardless, he tells you the cemetery is to the south of the village.
Okay. You got like a name for the forest? You know, we got lost once before. Didn't really didn't work out so well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying.
Not saying. Is that him not speaking?
Wait, hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I guess I was cutting out for a second.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
That means
the
that. All right,
long,
boys, back it
drawn
up.
out silence.
The Highlands?
Wait, what? No, it is the... This is me now stalling as I look through my World Anvil notes to... Alright, it is the Ashvar Grove is the name of it. I will type it
That's
in
it.
chat.
Okay, so, once we get there, as we obviously are going to, you want us to, kill him? You want us to tie him down and bring him back?
What I want is that meteorite. How you get it here, I do not care.
Mhm.
You bring me Zarkon as well. That will be an extra reward for you.
So, you do know that it summons dead things, right?
I do not believe the meteorite does that. Believe that was the man's doing.
I mean, he chopped it open, and then the dead things came out. Like, the rock made the green goop. It wasn't him.
What do you know of the necromancer Zarkon?
Well, I know that he wants the rock. And I think it's because the rock does necromancer stuff.
I know that Zarkon the necromancer carries a blade with the power to bring a vanquished enemy that it slays back to life as his thrall.
Yep, yep. We saw that. But he also made the rock bring other things that he didn't stab to life.
Perhaps he was unable to control it. Either way, I want that rock. That is what I hired you and your friends to do, and I expect you to see it through.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Uh,
If you want to double dip, I don't even care. I'm certain there's some bounty out there for this bloody necromancer. This town is a shit show anyway.
yeah, that's a lot further away than the original mission was. And at first it was just go get the rock, right? Now it's go get the rock guarded by a necromancer that hates us and tried to kill us. So the stakes are a little higher. You know, Zar got sick, almost shriveled up. So we're gonna need to be fiscally compensated in a greater magnitude.
What did you have in mind?
Like a house. I think our party here, we're getting to like each other, and we kind of want to, set down some roots, make it maybe like a guild hall or something,
Roll a persuasion
like-
check for me,
but like a
Korg.
little one.
Jeez.
I want to get into real estate.
Market's hot.
Oh my god. He's still gonna say no.
He just asked for a house after we failed.
Yeah, that's pretty policy.
I know he screwed everything up, but we want a house. We want a 3-bedroom with a balcony and a garden view.
Is he looking on Zillow right now?
He's just kind of staring into the fire, and he hasn't really responded quite yet to Korg's request.
And I speak up. I said, or rather than a house, maybe just something that would help us be a little more prepared than what we tried going in with earlier.
Yeah, we
Maybe
would.
improve our chances a bit.
If
Yeah.
property is what you want, bring me back my rock, and I have a few pieces of land that we can discuss.
All right, cool. Which we'll go looking for the rock, guarded by the evil necromancer. Just to clarify. And then I'm gonna get up and push my chair in, and then before I turn around to leave, hey, could I get that plate to go? Our friend didn't eat breakfast, and he's kind of grumpy with that.
Response.
Is there any food on the table?
No, the table's stark empty.
All right. Well, nice chatting with you. So we'll do better this time.
I should hope so.
Yep. Me too. Died last time, so I'm not trying to do that again. And then I leave immediately.
The other two of you follow.
Yep.
I think that went well. What do you guys think?
Okay, right at about the time that the three of you, Tito, Guy, and Korg, leave Uso's estate, you see Zarek rushing up to the estate with a brand new quiver on his back.
No, not on my back. Hip quiver.
On his hip. Excuse
Gotta
me.
be hip and new, not a cliche.
Yeah, learned that from Oblivion.
Of course.
So you guys find anything out?
Well, we got another job.
There's a house in
Another-
it for us.
Another job. We didn't even complete the first one. What do we need? We're stacking jobs. We
All
don't
right,
even.
Where are we talking?
I assume that you guys are like walking away from the estate now back.
Well, I don't
towards the
want to be
rest of
walking
the-
yet. I don't want to be walking yet.
Oh, no
I just be
walking.
talking right in front, because
You just
I
got
might
here.
bring
You're
something up.
confused.
We're right in front of his estate, and he wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then
Mhm.
I don't say anything. Until
guys,
basically I said we're not going to talk about this right outside the estate.
okay. Do you guys inquire about the Black Hand at all?
So I start walking.
It starts walking away.
Well, I have some questions that I don't know if you guys asked or not. So if you guys aren't gonna ask, or if you guys aren't gonna tell me, I'm gonna go and ask the big man himself.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. He's kind of grumpy. I'm going with Guy.
Okay. Where you guys going?
I'm not there.
I'll keep the rat safe.
Korg, where you guys going so we can meet up after I talk to him?
I don't know. I'll text you.
We'll go back to the inn.
I mean, does
Okay.
Korg know that? You said you're already gone.
That's where
Yeah.
I'm headed back to the inn.
No, but Worst case, in about 9 hours, the stew should be ready. So just
All right,
go
so
back
we'll just
there
meet
in
up.
9 hours. Meet you at
We'll
the end of
meet up
9
for
hours.
dinner. Okay. Well, I guess I will meet up with you guys.
I like
And
the quiver. Looks good.
thanks. It was the nicest one they had there.
I'm
And
gonna
so
go
I want to go see Uso Glisk with Tito.
With Tito.
With Tito. Come on, big guy. Let's whoa. You hear that, Tito?
No.
Oh, must have been the wind.
Trying to creep me out, you little rat.
Never mind. I just thought I heard someone say like something, you know? It might be the wind.
Can knock some sense into you.
Let's not. Let's go talk to the big man, see if we can't get some answers.
I think we almost got a guild hall. I'm not sure how that all worked.
What? A guild hall? Alright, let's go. So I want to
Okay.
are there like guards at the gate or like how do we
There's still two guards at the front, the entryway, the side entryway that people go in and out of to get into Uso Glisk Estate.
So I want to approach the guards and be like, good morning, gentlemen. I wish to seek I can't think of the words.
audience.
Yes, that's right. I wish to seek an audience with Sir Glisk.
I don't know about that, little one. He was already pretty upset before your other friends went in. It's my job to not anger him more. What do you need from him?
I have some very important information he told me to deliver him myself. I wasn't allowed to disclose it to anybody else, but it was just straight from the big man.
I don't remember if that's true or not, so roll a persuasion or deception check, depending
It's deception
upon...
check.
Okay.
Yowza.
You know what? If you want to go piss him off, be my guest.
Oh, I would love to.
Have at
Yes.
it, then.
Alright.
TPK.
Do they open the door?
And he stands to
Or
the
do they
side as
kill
he
me?
opens up the door for you.
You can talk to him in hell.
And there's soft padded footsteps as Zark begins to slowly enter into the estate.
And Tito.
And
Yeah, I'm
Tito
coming.
Oh, does Tito
follows
come?
behind
Okay.
with much louder, harsher footsteps as he begins thudding around again.
I'm really throwing my weight around too. Don't worry about that.
You
Are
can
we-
still see
right.
a faint figure standing in front of the fireplace, Tito, from where you and the other two previously spoke with Glisk just a moment ago.
As we're approaching, I want to kind of whisper to Tito, has he been doing this the entire time you guys were here?
Pretty much, yeah.
Man, what a broody guy. So we're in the room now?
Yes, it's kind of
Okay.
all one giant long hallway, but you approach close enough to actually have a conversation
Alright.
with him.
Sir Glisk,
What is it now?
I had some questions for you that may, I want some clarification on because it may help us with this media thing. I don't know. The other guys, they didn't tell me what you said. They wanted to go somewhere else. I just wanted to talk to the man himself, to hear it straight from you, to get some answers on some stuff I had some questions about because I think it may help us. We've been hearing a lot from around town about the Black Hand. Can you give me any information you know about the Black Hand?
He turns around finally, no longer facing the fireplace, and he loops over you, Zarek. What are you trying to pull?
Trying to pull. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Because I was told that the Black Hand was trying to steal this thing, and I didn't know if we were going to get ambushed by this Black Hand crowd. So I'm trying to assess any threats that may be trying to cause, I guess, roadblocks for what we're doing for you.
Is this some sort of threat that I'm misunderstanding?
I don't know how you could take a threat at all from what I'm saying. I have questions. I am trying to help you. I want you to help me help you by giving me information so I can complete your mission more efficiently. I kind of like twitch and look behind me really quick, like I heard something again.
He turns towards you, Tito.
What is wrong with him? Is he on something?
There is something a little off with him lately, but we are trying to figure out something about these Black Hand fellers.
I'm not saying the Black Hand people are bad. If that's what you're thinking, I am impartial to the Black Hand right now. I just want to know, are they like a gentleman's club? Are they a secret society of wizards? Are they do they do volunteer work on the weekends? I don't know. I just want to know some information because I had heard from when we were going around trying to get some background information to get to find out where the media was. There was a bunch of talk about the Black Hand, and someone mentioned that they had heard the Black Hand was coming to investigate the noises that had occurred in the forest.
Is this your way of trying to join?
I don't know why you got that either. I just want to know. I don't know anything about the Black Hand. This is all new to me. I'm kind of new around here. I don't really talk to people that often. This is kind of the most social interaction I've had in probably my entire life. So, and I don't know if I'm asking this the wrong way. I just want to know, do you have like a information pamphlet on what the Black Hand is? Yeah, is it, I mean, would it look good on like a resume if I did join?
What are their health benefits like?
Do you think maybe there's a reason you've not heard of the Black Hand before?
I haven't heard of a lot of things because if you haven't noticed by my scrawny stature, I'm not from around here.
I'm from Boston.
Your cousin.
I will simply attribute this question to an unwillful ignorance.
Am I being ignorant right now? Sorry, like I said, I'm not very good in social situations. So if you're putting off any cues, I'm sorry. I'm not picking up on them apparently. I've been trying to kind of understand.
To your second question.
Second question.
Move on to your second question.
Did I have a second question?
I have no interest in discussing the affairs of the Black Hand with you, Zarek.
I mean, you can't even tell me like what they are. Are they?
You're dead.
I mean, I don't know. It just seems that they're tied up in this, and if they're a threat to us, I need to know so we can. I mean, because I need to know if I need to be armed to prepare to defend this rock for you. Should I expect to be attacked by this mysterious club?
I have no reason to believe the Black Hand will be an issue with you in this current situation. Zarkon will be your biggest threat.
That's all. That's all I needed to know.
Should you choose to fail this mission as well, the Black Hand may become an issue for you and your friends at that point.
Is that a threat? That's not. I'm just asking. I like I said, I can't pick up on this kind of stuff. Is that? Are you being ominous here?
Quite so.
Okay. Note taken. I guess all my other questions kind of had to deal with the Black Hand too, so I think I'm good here.
Let me add some incentive for you, Zarek. The thing you first spoke to me of, that you desire?
Yes?
It is possible, and I know of something.
My eyes kind of get wide.
But if you fail this, once more. You will never see an end to that trail.
Okay. We won't disappoint again. You got my word. And then I kind of back away a little bit, kind of like slowly, and notice that I'm assuming he's not moving still. He's just
No, he's not.
yeah. So I back away, and then after I like take like 3 or 4 steps back, I just turn around at that point and start walking away. I kind of go, Tito, come on, we're getting out of here.
Okay, I follow.
Tito's a loyal one.
Tito's just chilling, man. He's replaying the death of those parent bears in his head.
Guy and Korg, did you guys wait at all, or do you guys go off ahead?
They said they were going to the end.
Okay, so they're at the end. Okay. So after just a minute
The end of the line.
you guys make your way out of Usoglisk Estate. Where would you guys like to go? You guys heading back to the inn at this point?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So we'll say that Guy and Corey, you guys probably have like maybe a 10 or so minutes at the inn before the other two arrive. If there was anything particular you guys wanted to do.
Oh. Nope. Too poor to buy anything, and my stew's not ready for another, half day, so.
It'll be worth the wait. Don't worry.
You level up upon drinking the stew. It's that delicious.
All right. So after about a 10 or 15-minute waiting period, Guy and Korg, you watch as Tito and Zark make their way into the inn, and the four of you are reunited once more.
Yo.
What are you doing, Squeaky?
Yes, the excitement is palpitating.
Is my name Squeaky?
No, that's my cat.
Oh.
She's squeaking at me.
So, Guy, do you want to spill the beans now, Mr. Mysterious?
Spill what beans?
No, don't do that.
You said you wouldn't talk about it there. So do you want to tell me now what's going on?
I didn't want to talk about it right in the middle of the right outside the guy's place.
What? I mean, did he say it was a secret or something?
No, you started talking about the Black Hand in front of his place. That's not something.
No,
you do.
I was asking you what he wanted us to do.
You also asked about the Black Hand.
I said, did
That's
you
why I
ask him
left.
about the Black Hand?
And that's when I left.
Well, are you going to tell me what we're going to do now? What do you want us to do?
We're going to the forest to hunt the necromancer and get the rocks.
The necromancer doesn't have the rock.
Well, yes. But we're gonna come up with something about it later.
What? So
I like that plan.
what? How? So he wants the rock, but we have no idea where the rock is.
Yes. But we know where the necromancer is. And we're
Yeah,
gonna
so-
bring him the dead necromancer.
So
Hey.
I'll tell you guys what he told me. He seemed like if we didn't get him his rock, that the Black Hand was going to become an issue to us.
Yeah.
So
They were already.
I mean, were they? They hadn't attacked us.
Yeah. The Black Hand was fighting us, old Hendrix.
No, he was not. I mean, to our knowledge, he said he wasn't part of the Black Hand. He said he was ex-Black Hand.
Right. And the necromancer also told us his name was Darian von Darrington. And then he said it was Darian von Strauss. And
Why
he said,
why would a
Well,
necromancer,
it's
an enemy of the
actually
Black
Zarkon.
Hand, be working? It seems like Mr. Darien and Mr. Glisk are at opposed missions here. Why would someone working for Glisk be helping the enemy?
I don't know. You tell me.
They wouldn't. So
What
I'm
the
saying
notes
here.
say?
Wait, what note say?
I don't know. You're the one that read the Black Hand's note.
That was said that was Blisk threatening. They took the farmer's daughter, which we still, by the way, have not done anything about. She's probably good and done by now. But that's all it said was that they took the daughter. Something I can't remember exactly what it said. Something about I don't know if it was for owing money. Do you remember, JR? That was before I started writing stuff down in super
Wait,
detail.
what?
The note, the Black Hand note.
Oh, they kidnapped one of the kids to ensure that the parents didn't say anything about the meteorite and
Gotcha.
gave
Okay, it was about the meteorite. Yeah.
and gave specific instructions to those who came from the Black Hand of where to go to get it.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, that's what it said.
Well, yeah. So we're in the Black Hand then.
I mean-
We're the Black Hand.
Yeah, but he was saying I don't think that we are actually the Black Hand because he did ask me if I was interested in joining when I was
Did
there.
you say yes?
I did not say yes because all I wanted to know was if from what Mr. Darian said that he was part of the Black Hand. He was the leader of or he was some high official in the Black Hand, and so I went to him for answers, thinking, hey, if I'm not confrontational, he might just open up and tell me. Like it might be like, yeah, we hold social events on Tuesdays and ice cream on Thursdays, but he wouldn't tell me really anything except
Yeah, but-
that.
And you thought maybe, that's fine because Wednesdays is Kidnap the Farmer's Daughter Day?
Yeah, but this is again. I don't know. There's a bunch of. It seems like everyone's been a bad guy so far, or everyone is saying everyone else is a bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you can't really trust anyone, then you just gotta find evidence. So we got evidence that maybe says, and I don't know, maybe that guy was lying when he said what the letter. Did we see what the letter said directly, or is that what the guy told us? Because I think he said like the letters appeared.
Yeah. You guys were
So
able to determine what the letter said.
we directly read it. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to get an idea of how big of a threat these guys are to us. The fact that he wouldn't tell us any information, it's kind of they kind of mean business. They're like a deep underground society, probably got people everywhere. They'll probably catch us really fast.
Yeah, but we kill the necromancer. He forgets about the rock. No problem.
Well, he doesn't care. Like, when you talk to him, did he seem like he wanted the rock more or the necromancer dead? Which one?
Well, he wants the rock.
Okay, so he wants the rock. We don't know where the rock is.
Yeah.
So it seems like to me, we can't please this guy.
Sure. But here's the thing. We go on the mission for the necromancer, and then, that's going to take like a week or so. That shit's far away, So we come up with a reason why the necromancer destroyed the rock,
Oh, so we're now we went the truthful route, and now we're going back to the lying route.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me to know where the rock was?
Well, I did.
And what did he say?
The plan was never to tell him where the rock was.
He said, go hunt the necromancer who has the rock.
Then, I'm just so confused because he wants the rock. He doesn't care. I mean, he wants us to kill the necromancer because he thinks the necromancer has the rock, and the necromancer knows about the rock. So he wants us to get rid of the necromancer and bring him the rock.
Yeah,
we only have half of that.
Yeah, that's good enough. Half of it worked out for us this time. Shit, we didn't even have any of the rock.
It worked out. What did we? Did we get?
Offered us,
did he pay us for the half that we didn't do?
He offered us a house on top.
If we got the rock.
Yeah, but we bring in the dead necromancer. He gets real happy about it. Then we tell him, hey, the necromancer did some weird shit with the rock, and it turned into stone people, and we killed those guys or something. You're not very creative. Come on.
I grasp my temples and go, shut up, shut up, shut up!
See, that's why people don't like you, because you're mean to them.
And I shush him. I go shh, and I still like am grasping my temples, and like I'm like wincing, kind of in pain, and then like it subsides, and then I am calm again, and I go. I just think this is overall a bad idea.
So you don't want to hunt the necromancer.
No, I mean, I don't know why we didn't tell him where we don't know the rock is, because then he's disappointed already. He's gonna be disappointed again, and he threatened me with the black hand, and
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I mean, you also weren't worried about going out by yourself, and look who got himself mauled.
I'm still alive, aren't I?
I guess.
So what's
But
there to worry about?
I got a lot riding on this here. I can't afford to disappoint this guy.
What do you got riding on it?
I just got some important stuff.
As you guys are having this conversation in the inn, the amount of noticeable light or visible light coming in through the windows and the doors and etc. begins to dim drastically. To the point where you're relying almost solely upon like the light of flames and lanterns and such within the inn.
Fucking cat. I can still see.
Looks like a storm
See
might be a brewing. Do we want to? When are we planning on setting out to go after this necromancer? If that's what we're planning on doing.
Well, stew should be ready soon, so I'd say we eat the stew, we have another night in the town, and then we leave.
Another night. I mean, do you guys have any?
Everyone, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I see it.
Little cat, you're full of energy, huh? You're going nuts. What are you doing?
All right, Snicket, ironically, Snicket, you're the only one to hear it. You hear faint screams off in the distance, coming from outside the inn.
And I go ahead and I grasp my temples again, not knowing if it's in my head or if it's real, and imagining that it's just in my head.
What are you doing? What's wrong with your head?
Hello, Zarek?
Oh, did you not hear what I said?
No.
Oh, I said that I grasped my temples again, confusing it with what I've been experiencing this entire time.
We heard that.
Yeah. I said, what are you doing? What's wrong with your head?
Oh.
Wrong.
I thought you were talking out of character. It's
I'm sorry.
nothing. I'm getting bad headaches now.
So,
Something about that those green lights. I think they mess with my vision, and I'm kind of getting headaches.
you need another nap?
No, I'm good. So we're just gonna hang out here for another night.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna hang here for the rest of the night?
I'm gonna go check on the stew.
I want to. Well, I'm gonna say. Well, if you guys are gonna hang out here, I'm gonna go take a look around town.
Okay.
And
Don't look at any green things.
I want to go ahead and leave the inn.
I'll keep the rat safe.
Okay.
I mean, you're kind of green.
Tito and Zarek, as you guys begin to make your exit from the inn, you can see a man running down the street about 50, 60 feet away, perhaps a little more, just screaming for his life. Oh, help! Help! Oh, God! They're dying! Oh, God! Gods! It just runs past you all at the end, just screaming for help.
Do I hear this?
Make a perception check for me, guy.
Guess he don't like the stew.
Yeah, you can hear that this time.
Alright, then I run down to where it's coming from.
Well, you're still hanging out inside the inn. You rush outside to see this man running down the street, and you're standing next to Zarek and Tito, who just finished witnessing the same thing.
And I want to just like start running to the direction he came from.
Okay. Zarek runs off in the direction he came from. What are the other two doing?
I'll let Korg know that
Thank
there's
God.
something going on.
Thank
And
God.
I'm gonna
I'll run out.
slowly follow behind. I'm not
Okay.
running anywhere.
Korg,
As I
Go
make
ahead.
it to the inn, I get the message from God, and I look over at Kuei Ling.
You see this exhausted Quailing with just giant bags under his eyes and this massive spoon that he's using to kind of mix this entire thing. And it looks like, I don't know if you guys ever played Monster Hunter. Looks like this
Yes.
just
Yeah,
it's making
baby.
the fucking giant stew.
How's this do, Kuei Ling?
It will be delicious.
What?
Hey, gotta go. Keep it warm. I've run out the door.
Okay. As the four of you manage to group up and gather, rushing down the street in the direction that the other man came from, screaming for help, screaming of people being murdered.
Battle music.
Well,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
you all hear a crowd of people screaming in panic, begging for help,
Indiana,
cries of pain, others in sheer terror or a panic frenzied. You all begin to hear a sound of creatures echoing off in the distance.
Mhm.
Oh no.
That's a dinosaur. Oh, that's a Yoshi. Ah!
Bigoshi.
Knowles.
Surprise! There's Knowles!
So what am I looking at?
Gnolls are the scariest.
It didn't. I don't think it loaded correctly on mine.
Vision. No, it has
No,
vision in it.
it's
So,
the dark.
you all descend upon a dark scene. Some of you with better vision than others can spot a small group of gnolls rampaging through the town, murdering anybody in sight.
Oh, Knolls. I thought you were saying Knolls, like Null.
No, gnolls, G-N-O-L-L.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say there's a Knoll pack leader?
Perhaps there might be a gnoll pack leader somewhere.
Oh.
Oh, that sucked. I hate whenever I forget to clear the chat log when I'm doing shit like that. All right, boys. We'll go ahead and leave off here this time, and we will jump back in next time with rolling initiative.
We'll get through one combat and one social session every time.
Yeah.
Alternating.
You don't need a combat every session. If there's combat every session, it really starts to bog everything down, I think.
That means we're not killing stuff quick enough.
Hey, maybe.
Oh, the
We spent
vision
the whole
works.
last
It's
fight chasing
amazing.
bears.
Wait, do you pay a subscription? I think don't you have to pay a subscription to get the vision?
I do. I pay
Ah.
the $5 thing on Roll20.
All right. All right. With that, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna
That's what
go
she said.
grab something to eat.
Later,
Oh, that's
John.
dope.
All right. Peace.
Booze.
All right. Now I'm moving it so my battle map won't be spoiled.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're
When
good.
he said the vision thing, I was like, "What?
Yeah,
What do you mean vision thing?"
It changes
That's
on
cool.
vision. It'll be cool. I think that'll be the first time we'll use dynamic lighting. So, but Foundry has that shit too, so we'll also use it then on Foundry. Yeah.
Put you on electric cords.
Delicious.
Fun of my Asian accent. I was trying my best.
It's funny because it wasn't like it's like the most racist Asian accent.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we have a special delivery.
I thought it was totally fine.
Like it's like the South Park guy. I can't remember his name.
Shitty Walk.
The shitty walk guy, yeah. Ah, welcome to Shitty Walk. Take all the praise. Welcome to Ox Inn. Take all the praise.
Alright, well, thanks for watching. Probably play some more next weekend, so stop back by for that. Catch you later. Peace.